Oh my god. Another Red Dead Redemption attempt. Can we not crash? Okay, got the sound going and everything. Okay. Man, I ate a lot today. Holy fuck. I'm gonna be strong tomorrow. Okay. Also, yeah, I put the quality on medium or something. The rocks look like shit right now. It doesn't really help with the crashes, but maybe it does, so I'm gonna keep it like this for now. I don't think this was my horse, by the way. And this was... Okay. Let's do this. Oh, it still look really good, but yeah, it's a difference. Somebody I can meet. Oh, oh, I remember. Okay.
Morning, dear.
Oh. Hello. Quite a day, isn't it?
Sure.
What a country. I'm working on a project. Photography.
Yeah, I guess that bit.
Of course. Wildlife. That's my thing. Or that's what I want to be my thing. If I have to take another picture of a grumpy housefrau or pompous middle-class burgher, I will feed myself to the lions. Stand here.
Here?
Just... there. Albert Mason.
Arthur Morgan.
Pleasure. I'm trying to find and capture images of our great predators before our
I
greatest
forgot I don't have my earphones.
kill them all and stick them on some clubhouse wall.
Good luck with that.
Yes, not the easiest. But, well, I love a challenge. The trick is to leave a big
Sorry for the
load of
echo.
meat. Oh! Good heavens! My bag! That thing is robbing me! Oh, good heavens!
Don't worry. That thing is a coyote. Sneaking
What am I chasing?
wildlife photographer.
Should I be on my horse? What the fuck? Oh, there he is. What should I do? Wait, how am I gonna catch him? Should I lasso it or? Oh, it's a coyote?
Drop the bag. Leave the meat, mister.
Oh no, my stamina. Okay, at least we...
Don't think about
got a bag, nice. Wait, so we shout at the animal and the animal listens to us? What was it, a coyote? Okay, my stamina should be good now. What do I call my horse? It's not working. Oh, whoa, what the fuck? Not to level 5.
Well, got your bag.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Bag full of meat will tend to bring out the worst in the local population.
You are a gentleman. The bag also had a lot of my supplies. You've saved me days. Can't thank you enough. Thank you.
Don't worry about it.
You take care, sir.
I ain't the one trying to get myself eaten.
I realize I am a fool. Forgive me. And thank you very much once again.
Okay. Gotta get used to all the things again. Let's eat something for the health core.
Yep.
How do I do that? Let me think. Wait, let me get away from my horse before I punch it again. I think that's what happened to my old horse. I punched it. Right, we have to also buy food. Okay, this looks good. Rum. So I get stamina from drinking alcohol. Sounds logical. Let's see, what is this? Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go here then. Bounty hunters sounds fun. But I need to buy food. So I actually have to head to town. But I think they wanna lynch me. Maybe we can go out. Let's see.
Hey, partner.
How do I run fast and steer at the same time? It's possible. So there's a bounty of 230 on my head. It sounds like a lot. So here I am wanted. Is it smart if I move around in town? I don't think so. So, what is it? My health core is horrible right now. Oh, there. I just whistled for my horse. And last time it didn't work. Okay, so it looks like my health core is screwed. So this is for health. Okay, it's a little bit better. Okay. Do I take my guns out?
How many?
A lot. Uniforms everywhere.
You see Sean?
No, I don't think so.
Damn it. Where's Trelawney?
Who knows?
Where's that little Irish bastard?
I'm not quite sure. Trelawney's off trying to find out.
Has anyone been in the Blackwater, see how things lie?
Place is crawling with Pinkertons, bounty hunters, pictures of Dutch and Hosea.
Well, we got a lot of money sitting in that town.
And that's where it's gonna remain for now.
Why haven't they hanged Sean, I wonder?
I think he's bait. Well, they want to trial him publicly.
Gentlemen, Sean is being moved up the upper Montana, then to a federal prison out west.
Damn. Well, we can't be rescuing people from some federal prison. We either rescue him now or cut him loose.
We're not cutting anyone loose.
Of course not.
Ike Skelding's boys are moving him to a camp nearby before handing him over to the government.
So, I guess we need to stop them before they get to camp. Charles, why don't you head up on the north side, and then we'll head up on the other side of the valley and meet you. That way we have them in either direction. Javier, Josiah, come on. Let's go see.
You know, Arthur, the government, or people whom the government like, seem to be very angry.
Sure, well, we'll rescue Sean and then we'll get ourselves lost, good and proper. It's a big country.
I hope so.
Why does he say it like this? They're very angry.
Come on, boy.
Find a boat. I'm just gonna follow the yellow cross now.
Let's head upriver and find this boat.
Wait, is this my ammunition?
Pinkertons. They
6.
got patrols out all over this area.
Yes, south of the river, West Elizabeth isn't a very welcoming place right now.
It's definitely as bad as we feared in there, Arthur.
Down there. Reckon those might be our boys.
All right, gentlemen, follow me. Keep your guns away until we know it's Sean, okay? I know what you two are like.
You think they can see us?
If they can, we're just three fellas out on the trail. Act natural. We'll be fine.
So, you've been gone for a while.
Much as I love dodging the law and sleeping in the dirt with you derelicts, I do have other business to attend to.
What happened in New York?
You know how life is. Never a straight road anywhere.
Especially with you.
Nice to know I'm missed, though. Have you run out of people to rob?
Oh, we'll never run out of people to rob.
But without me, you'll not find the caliber of victim that I find. Let's go! Stay with them!
You all right, Javier? You're quiet.
He hasn't stopped talking since we left you in Valentine. It's the longest ride of my life.
Cute, dear boy. Very cute.
Okay.
Pick up the pace a bit.
I'm right behind you.
Apparently, there's a camp somewhere around here where the bounty hunters meet and transfer before continuing out west. I imagine that's where they're headed. Look, they've stopped. All right, let's take a closer look. Binoculars, gentlemen?
Okay. Binoculars. Now, how do I use them?
So who are these bounty hunters?
I don't know too much about Ike Skeldon's boys, but I hear they're a big crew, wild, built some reputation in the last year or two.
That looks like Sean to me.
Certainly kicking up enough of a fuss. Yep, that's definitely Sean.
Oh, they're giving him a decent kicking.
Well, you can only imagine the shit he's been giving them.
Oh, yes.
They're taking him up the canyon.
Okay, are we doing it now? Right? Has to be now, no?
There's Charles on the other side. Let's go.
What about the other two down there?
I've got an idea. Follow me.
Whoa.
We should do this quietly if we can.
Leave it to me, gentlemen. I'll go around and create a distraction. Then you two sneak across and do the dirty on them.
Okay?
Okay.
Down out of sight. Take out your knife. Stay here.
Take out a knife.
Let's get in the... Wait until he's got them off guard before crossing. Wait here. Reeling them in.
Gentlemen, excuse me. Dear brothers, my wife is taken ill. Gravely ill.
My wife.
It's dear Bessie.
You take the one on the left. Okay, come on. Stay low.
I'm beside myself. If I lose Bessie, I lose everything.
Calm down, mister.
I can't. I'm having a fit.
Oh, damn. Get him. How do I
Come on,
stab?
let's get up there.
I wanna like stab the air now.
Pleasure as always, gentlemen.
How would I do that?
You have it from here.
Damn, look how fast you can die.
Come on. We got two halfway up the canyon to deal with.
Wait, we have to do what? Oh. shit, I'm trying to headshot. There we go. Oh, behind us? Fuck. Wait. In front of us, okay. Let me try this. How does this work now? He like auto shoots. Ooh. Long arm. How do I get him? I can't get it. It doesn't even let me auto aim him. There we go. Nope. There we go. Where?
I see Charles up there.
I don't get a dead eye yet. It does a reload with kills though, it seems.
Quick, come on, let's get up there. Two more, look out!
Shoot, hello, hello.
Put him in the ground.
Bro. Shoot. Looting takes too much time. Can I have like 6 stuff on them?
All good? Wouldn't
I have
go
like
that
belt
far.
buckles.
The camp's up this way. Come on.
I'll take the left side, Charles. You go right, okay?
I guess.
Take them down.
Goddamn army of these bastards. How much is Sean's bounty? Maybe we should turn him in ourselves.
I think so too.
Still time.
How do I hide behind?
Let's push forward. Look out. We got one shooting from the tower.
Oh! This guy is hanging. Oh shit. Is that our friend? Oh fuck. I didn't understand where they were shooting from. Shit. Let's hope the checkpoint is not too far.
Here's Charles.
All
Okay.
good? Wouldn't go that far. The camp's up this way. Come on.
Charles, you take the right. I'll go left.
Okay.
Take them down!
Goddamn army of these bastards. How much is Sean's
Let's see, how do you hide behind? Okay, never mind.
Still time.
Mierda!
Oh, 2-shot and 6-shot, okay.
Move up! Come on! Who's got a shot on him?
Oh shit! What is it to eat here? Crackers. But it doesn't heal me, right? Does it? It's a remedy. Let me see. Health core and health itself is a different thing. Oh, that's how I hide behind. Okay. Oh my god.
On that cliff to the left, by the tree.
Help you. No damage on range. Do we get it?
Let's get Sean.
There's a bunch of loot as well now.
Arthur?
Hurry up, fellas. Are you going to get me down from here? Arthur. You know, you're a lot less ugly from that other angle, Arthur. Come on. Do I get a hug, Arthur? A warm embrace for a lost brother now found. You know, nothing means more to me than this gang, the bond we share. It's the most real thing to me. I would kill for it, I would happily die for it. But in spite of all of that, I would have easily left you here to rot if Charles hadn't stopped me. I don't believe a word of that, Arthur. Get him out of here. You're a great man, Arthur Morgan. The kind of young whippersnapper can really admire. Oh, shut up. Right, we should split up. Javier, will you escort Mr. McGuire back to camp? Charles, best you ride separately. Be careful. There's patrols everywhere.
What about you?
I'm gonna see what's worth taking here. I'll meet you back there as soon as I can.
All right.
In other words, loot everything.
Come on.
Have I got stories for you?
Yeah, I can't wait.
I imagine y'all missed me a lot. But fear not, the joy's back in your lives now.
Okay, there's probably some other stuff here that we want. Rest by fire, cook. Maybe we can cook some food. Look at this. Plain big game. Okay. Ah, yeah, it only cooks one at a time. That's why you wanna buy stuff, I suppose. Crime reported? Excuse me? Oh shit. Wait, who reports me now? Like, how? Somebody saw me loot this corpse? I don't see anything on the map. Unknown suspect. Okay, I see. Okay. So he said, I'm gonna see what else is here. There has to be something. Inspect card. Like, there has to be more, right? Okay, well, we're finding a little bit. What else is there? Premium cigarette pack. Okay, so it looks like you're full with stuff at some point. You cannot carry more, okay. Could this be all? Let's see if we can get in here. Yep. Nope. Okay, there's 3 crosses coming closer. I think we're gonna have to eat. And so we get out of here, and then what? So everything looks black now. Okay, let's get out of there first in this direction, and then I think there was something to do here.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, good boy. Yep.
So now if we lose the wanted, we will be free. Oops.
Yep.
Partial overlook. What is about this? What is with this? And where are these black? Many of them are black now. Hmm.
Hey there! You got more than that.
Mm-hmm. So what if I give my horse something to eat? Let's see. What's the special horse food? Hmm. Oh, none of this is gonna be for my horse, right? It's gonna be all for me. So then how do I feed my horse? I think I have to get off it and then feed it. There we go. Oh, it just pooped. Nice.
Get out of here. That's it. Okay, boy.
Okay, boy. There's another horse. Look at this. Are these wild horses? Oh, what are all these red things on the map now?
Yep.
Who are these guys? Bounty hunters. Okay, I see.
Hey, mister. Yeah.
I didn't even know this was back to camp now.
Arthur! Oh, Arthur!
You seem in a good mood.
I am, son. I am. Let's have some fun. Tonight. Let's enjoy ourselves.
We having a party?
Maybe. Just a little one.
Great.
We're back home now. So everything's going to be okay. Uncle Sean is back.
Let's have ourselves
And don't you worry, Miss Grimshaw, you old crone. I'll keep them girls in line. If I have to whip them, I will.
Are you drunk already?
Okay,
Don't
people
you
drinking?
Stop here, then, you drunk old shitbag. It'll be nothing but the finest game in the pot. Now, Deadeye Maguire's back. And don't worry about nothing, Mrs. Grimshaw. We'll have this camp running like clockwork.
Right, Mr. Strauss?
I love you, bastards.
Happy you boys all made it
Have
back in one
fun.
piece.
Have lots of fun.
Whoa.
Even you grumpy old bastard, Arthur.
Welcome back, Sean.
I owe you one, Arthur Morgan. The drinks are on me.
Sean will make your
Mind
life
if I
hell
join
when he
you
finds
fine
out
folks?
you're an
I
O'Driscoll.
suppose.
Oh, great.
Just be grateful you're alive.
So.
Nah, everybody's just living. Cool. Okay. Uh-oh, stranger danger. What is this? What is this? Bounty stranger?
Oh, stop it.
Imagine riding with him all the way from Blackwater to here. This stupid.
Camp looks nice. So, which one was mine?
Let's go, boy. Yeah.
I don't think I slept once in this game. Maybe for the very first quest. I don't think you need to, actually. What do we have here?
Do you smoke, sir?
Sure, but perhaps not as much as you.
Oh, no, don't worry about these. Actually, well, take some. Take a couple of packs. Take a few.
Oh, thank you. What are all the cigarettes for? Are you heading on a long journey or something?
No, nothing like that at all. I'm just interested in the cards.
Okay.
The cigarette cards. Oh, you got any?
Yeah?
Well, get them out. Let me take a look. Come on.
A little picture card?
Yeah, I'll pay you a good price.
Okay. Here.
He's a collector.
Nothing I haven't got. The value is in completing the set. Sometimes I'll smoke up to 200 cigarettes in one day, just so I can keep opening the packs. I wish I could explain to you the pleasure and the pain I get out of collecting these babies.
Sure. It sounds,
Thrilling? Yeah, it is. Not to mention the vast amounts of life-reaffirming cigarettes I get to smoke. Oh, and the amount of money? A veritable fortune, sir.
fortune.
Oh, sure. A complete set of any series is worth a fortune. Yeah, look at this. Gunslingers.
He doesn't have
Over
that
here,
many.
Circus freaks. Yes. Meow meows of the desert. So rare.
I never knew.
Sure.
How much?
Well, it depends on the rarity, sir.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. But, you know, if you ever get a complete set, I can take it off your hands.
And you'd pay me.
A fair price. Now, you send them to me right here. Phineas T. Ramsbottom. At your service. Okay, I gotta run. This is my train. Look me up, okay? Think about this deal. Only a complete set. That's where the value lies.
Okay, so we learned like a mechanic now. I'm a stranger. Oh, Doji. What is this on the minimap?
Hey, look out!
Oh my.
This is my favorite game.
Oh yeah, you can play poker here.
Look out!
Careful, you clumsy fool!
Okay. The collision in this game is very deceiving. Find it cool though. So, one time we crash a horse with the other guy and he just dies. What the fuck? I believe that can happen. What are all these strangers popping up now? Is he upstairs?
Don't understand this at all. Hey, over here!
What's the problem?
Problem? No, there's no problem. Quite the contrary. Well, there is a problem. For me, but not for you.
All right. I ain't got time for
No, wait! Give me a minute of your life. I might just change it forever. I'm sure you will have heard of me. Maximo Cristobal Valdespino, the renowned explorer.
Can't say I have.
There has been much written about me. I once had high tea with the Viceroy of India. I helped liberate South America. I've climbed mountains and swum across seas. I have had many women. I've spent the last 3 months hunting treasure on the American frontier. Beautiful country. Reminds me a lot of Almeria. But tomorrow I set sail for the island of Shikoku in the Japanese archipelago in search of the legendary Tokushima Sapphire.
Well, good for you.
No, hold on. You see this map here? It was made by the Jackhole Gang. They rob banks all the way from here to California.
Yeah, I know who the Jack Hall gang are.
Oh, them you have heard of, but me? Huh. Well, rumor has it they buried gold somewhere in this area, but were killed before they could retrieve it. They created 2 maps to ensure it was well hidden. This is the first and should lead you to the second. You just need to follow the landmarks drawn here.
Me?
Yes! Unfortunately, I am out of time now, but I am prepared to sell it to you for the low price of $10. A trifling investment for a man such as you, given the potential returns.
Wow, that could be a scam, but it's probably not. By map for 10. Rob? Do we rob him? Shit.
What the hell? Why not?
A very wise investment.
I'm not gonna rob him. I feel like we're gonna meet him again. Okay, so let's get scammed. Great. We got a treasure map now. And it points. Letter. Let's see.
Yep.
Monkeys.
Yep.
Why don't you join me and have a seat over here by the fire? Oh,
Who was this?
by the fire.
Well, that's good of you.
Come on, mister. Take the load off. The fire's real warm. Bone dry. Sins I'm carrying around, you won't even believe. But if I had a little whiskey to loosen up my tongue a little, I might tell you.
Do we give him whiskey?
Here.
Only fitting that I'd be drinking the devil's brew. I'll be seeing him soon enough.
Oh my god. Sup? Check your past video clips. It's fun and interesting. Yo, thank you.
South of Strawberry.
Hello.
Captain, Indians penned in there like cattle. I ain't know what's worse. Seeing the ones we killed or watching the
I
other
friend the
ones die
family to join your stream.
slow way. Well, they pay well. Them government boys. But the money don't last long. It's what
Man,
you did.
bots are getting crazy.
Sticks around.
I know the feeling.
I was a young man then, but I still see them faces clear as yesterday. I do.
Did he kill somebody? I missed it.
I might rest the old eyes a minute. Feeling very sleepy all of a sudden.
Man, I could never drink that much. What the fuck?
Oh.
There was a whole bottle. What the fuck? Oh my god, that was the whole bottle. He's dead. I think I'm gonna rob him. Stay follow.
Wait.
Oh, I talked to my horse. Let's rob him. What does he have here? Is he dead? American. No, he's sleeping. Okay. Where should we put him?
Yep.
I don't know. Let's keep him around. Just store him on the horse. Let's see what happens.
Identify yourself.
Well, that was John. Yeah, what are we doing here?
From too much potent whiskey, like waves on the Bay of Biscay.
Dear Arthur, I've written this letter 100 times or more, and I cannot get it right. It's me. You know it's me from the bad handwriting. I know I said when we last spoke, and I was going off to get married, that we would not speak again. I know I said a lot of things, and I meant them, I suppose, at the time. But I'm not so proud as to not speak to people who care for me, or cared for me. I've been in Valentine for a couple of months. I had some bad luck, and, well, It's a long story and not an interesting one, but I am here for now. I saw a couple of the girls, or whatever the polite
Shut
term
up,
is for
Swanson.
them, that ran with you and your associates in town, and I heard tell of a man who sounded like you. I would love to see you again, if you could spare me a little bit of your time. I'm renting a room at Chadwick
Mary.
Farm, just north of Valentine. Yours, Mary Linton.
Damn, Mary. There's something about Mary. Yo, that's one of the best movies, I swear. Alrighty, Mary, we're gonna come and check out. But let's watch some stuff because it's getting late. I think this has to do for now. Let me see, how do you save? Currently unable to manually save. Why? Do I have to sleep or something? Let me see if I can find my bed. No, this is... What is this? Medical? If you don't save, who knows what's gonna be saved. Oh, this is my place. Sleep. Till noon. A good 8 hours sleep. Let's see if we get saved. If we can save. I Google it. Save again manually. Pause menu, that's where we went. Currently unable to manually save. All you have to do is go into the settings. But we need manually and we need automatically. Auto save off. And now I can go and save. After key moments, you can still save the game manually at any point by accessing the story. Yeah, but I can't right now. Do I have to be somewhere else? Like the game so much better when I can see. Let's try again. Oh, now I can. Oh, okay, great. Okay, cool. So I was gonna check out a few things.
Did you know that the average RPG...
Let's watch these in the background quick.
Over the last few years, we were spoiled with a flood of RPGs, each one offering vast worlds, unforgettable characters, and immersive adventures. But with so many titles hitting the market, how do you choose where to invest your time? In this video, we're breaking down the ultimate best RPG games that you simply can't miss.
That little college boy sack of shit, phony fuck.
If you're tired of PDFs being a hassle to edit, convert, or sign, SwiftDo PDF. Wait. Starting off the list is Bellwright, a medieval survival RPG where players lead a rebellion to overthrow a tyrannical monarchy. Set in a world on the brink of collapse, you start by building your own settlement from scratch, gathering resources and recruiting NPC followers to help with tasks such as farming, building, and crafting. The game features a large map with various biomes, intelligent AI for town building, skill-based directional combat, and a deep narrative with numerous sub-quests. Nightingale is an intriguing experience that combines survival mechanics.
I heard about it, but have not looked anything up.
Set in a Victorian-inspired world with medieval elements, you must gather resources, craft tools, and build shelters to survive. The game's unique aspect is its procedurally generated realms, each with its own challenges and mysteries. Cooperative gameplay is encouraged, allowing you to team up with friends to tackle the dangers that lurk in the shadows. Despite being very overlooked, Dragon's Dogma definitely deserves more recognition than what it's getting. Developed by Capcom, it takes you on a journey through a dark fantasy world playing as the Arisen, a hero tasked with defeating the dragon that stole your heart. The combat system in this game is incredibly satisfying. You can climb on massive enemies, unleash devastating attacks, and even recruit NPC companions called pawns to fight with you. While it may be old, Dragon's Dogma still holds up remarkably well, thanks to its vast world filled with challenging quests, formidable foes, and breathtaking vistas. Now into Fallout New Vegas, which is a classic example of a post-nuclear apocalypse done right. Set in the Mojave Desert, this game nails the retro-futuristic 1950s aesthetic. You really feel like you've stepped into a post-apocalyptic wasteland, where civilization is still trying to claw its way back. The open world is incredible to explore, with hidden bunkers, monster-filled vaults, and quirky towns dotting the landscape. This game has some of the best environmental storytelling too, with countless unique tales waiting to be uncovered. Ashen transports you to a hauntingly beautiful world.
I think it's a little too slow for me.
In this unforgiving realm, you'll play as a wanderer, one of the last remaining survivors tasked with rekindling the dying embers of civilization. Venture forth into a gorgeously rendered, procedurally generated landscape where danger is everywhere, and the very environment seems to
Red Dead is too slow already.
Not alone. The gameplay mechanics allows you to forge temporary alliances with other players or AI companions, working together to overcome challenges and protect each other. With a compelling narrative, haunting atmosphere, and innovative multiplayer mechanics, Ashen offers a truly unique experience. Now, Baldur's Gate 3 takes you into a rich fantasy world inspired by Dungeons & Dragons. The game features tactical, turn-based combat.
Man, everybody speaks so much praise about Baldur.
Explore a vibrant environment filled with intriguing characters.
I guess I have to play it at some point, like the story at least, but not when it's high price. Probably next year.
Dark Souls 3 puts you in the grim world of Lothric, where every encounter tests your skills. As an undead warrior, you'll battle fearsome foes and legendary bosses in this brutal action RPG. The combat is
the music of Souls games is so insane.
Timing and strategy to survive. Explore a richly detailed world filled with lore and hidden secrets, where the story unfolds through environmental storytelling and item descriptions. Medieval Dynasty combines elements of survival, strategy, and role-playing, allowing you to build and manage your own settlement. Starting as a lone survivor, you must gather resources, hunt, and build structures to create a thriving village. Over time, you can expand your dynasty, manage relationships, and fend off threats. The game's seasons and weather systems add a dynamic element, requiring you to adapt to changing conditions. Fade to Silence is a game that blends eldritch horror with survival gameplay. In this dark title, you play as a man named Ash, exploring a frozen wasteland plagued by a supernatural storm that actively morphs environments and summons otherworldly monsters. By gathering resources and building up a central safe haven, you'll attract followers that can aid in construction and defense. But the corrupted monsters will attack relentlessly, requiring you to venture out into the nightmarish blizzard and face Lovecraftian entities. Next on the list is Elden Ring. This masterfully crafted action RPG from the minds behind Dark Souls transports you to the lands between, a richly detailed world steeped
I have 100% Elden Ring and the DLC 100%.
You'll embark on a quest to repair the shattered Elden Ring and become the Elden Lord.
Playing this game was the best time in my life.
Combat, intricate boss battles, and a
not only because of the game.
World that begs to be explored. If you're into the Souls-like genre and haven't played this game yet, you really should give it a try. Breath of the Wild isn't just the best Zelda ever made, It straight up revolutionized open world games entirely.
Yeah, I
Instead
started
of
Breath of the
following a set
Wild,
path,
but
you're plopped into Hyrule and can literally climb any surface or explore in any direction. Want to head straight for the final
I don't
boss
know.
fight? Go for it. Feel like riding
It's very
horses or
slow
experimenting
and
with crazy physics engine tricks? Have at it.
you need to learn a
Each player's
bunch
journey feels personalized
to get
based
to
on your
enjoy it.
curiosity.
It's very huge, like huge.
For those looking for a survival challenge, Outward is a game that will truly put your skills to the test. It's an open-world RPG where you play as an adventurer exploring a vast fantasy realm. But don't expect any hand-holding or easy victories. Outward is all about gritty realism. You'll need to manage your hunger, thirst, and fatigue levels, while also ensuring you have the right gear and supplies for whatever challenges lie ahead. Combat is
These games
brutal,
are so
and you'll need
crazy.
to master various combat styles to survive encounters with deadly foes. In Final Fantasy XV, you're transported to a
Ooh,
modern
Final
fantasy
Fantasy
world where you
15,
play
dude.
as Noctis, a young prince trying to get his throne back.
Was
Alongside
gonna check
your
this
three
out for a long
buddies, You'll be
time.
traveling across a stunning fantasy realm filled with incredible vistas, massive creatures, and epic battles. The combat is in real time, so you can jump right into these battles using powerful moves and comboing with your friends. But it's not just about fighting. There's a ton of side quests, hunts, minigames, and other optional content to do. What really makes the game special, though, is the dynamic between the four main characters. These guys aren't just typical silent companions. They banter, joke around, and genuinely feel like an actual group of friends that's fun to be around. Whether you're new to Final Fantasy or have played them all, 15 is an adventure you won't forget.
Okay, so I was gonna write out the ones that I really wanna play like immediately, and Final Fantasy 15 maybe sounds like a good candidate right now.
In Dragon Age Inquisition, you'll embark on an epic journey as the Inquisitor, tasked with restoring order to a
In
land
fact, let me
plagued by
check the
chaos and
price here.
cataclysmic events. This massive open-world RPG boasts an incredible depth of lore, with a complex narrative that delves into themes of faith, power, and sacrifice.
15 bucks.
Prepare for challenging tactical combat, heart-wrenching decisions that impact the course of the story, and a vast, meticulously crafted world that invites endless exploration. Stepping into a more realistic depiction of the medieval era, we have Kingdom, a land plagued by chaos and cataclysmic events. This massive open-world RPG boasts an incredible depth of lore, with a complex narrative that delves into themes of faith, power, and sacrifice. Prepare for challenging tactical combat, heart-wrenching decisions that impact the course of the story, and a vast, meticulously crafted world
that
that
looks
invites
cool.
endless exploration.
What is this?
Stepping into a
Dragon
more
Age.
realistic depiction of the medieval era, we have Kingdom Come Deliverance. This game offers an authentic experience set in the Kingdom of Bohemia. You play as Henry, a blacksmith's son seeking vengeance for the death of his parents. The game emphasizes historical accuracy, with detailed recreations of towns, castles, and daily life. Combat is complex and realistic, requiring skill and timing. It is perfect for those seeking a historically grounded medieval adventure. Now into Skyrim, the game that needs no introduction. This open-world adventure from Bethesda has etched its name in gaming history, captivating players with its vast and meticulously crafted Nordic-inspired world. Step into the boots of the Dragonborn and prepare to be swept away by a journey like no other.
Skyrim is how
From
old
soaring
now?
peaks and frozen tundras
It's still
to
up
ancient
there.
ruins and bustling cities, Skyrim's immersive landscapes will leave you awestruck. But beware, for this land is also home to fearsome dragons, cunning mages, and treacherous foes that will test your mettle at every turn. Original Sin 2 redefines what it means to be a modern RPG. This critically acclaimed masterpiece drops you into a richly detailed fantasy world filled with depth and freedom. Create your own unique protagonist and gather a party of iconic characters, each with their own quirks and motivations. With turn-based combat that rewards creativity and strategic thinking, every encounter is a mind-bending challenge. But it's the ability to shape the narrative through your choices that truly sets Divinity apart. Cyberpunk 2077 is an immersive open-world RPG set in the dystopian Night City, where you assume the role of V, a mercenary navigating a world filled with cybernetic enhancements, corporate intrigue, and urban decay. The game offers deep customization, impactful choices, and a rich narrative driven by engaging characters. Despite the initial technical issues, numerous updates have improved performance and added new content, making it one of the best games in history. If you're seeking a vast, richly detailed fantasy world to lose yourself in, look
Cyberpunk and Final Fantasy both for approximately 30-40 bucks.
no further than Kingdoms of Amalur: Reckoning. This action
I wanna buy, the first game I wanna buy is Sayuna. Fuck, what was the name? I forget. But it was a very small game, like 6-8 hours playtime, for also for 30 bucks. I don't even have money for anything right now. Yesterday we got a little bit money, So I'm thinking maybe we can buy one game.
RPG crafted by industry legends whisks you away to the magical realm of Amalur, where you'll unravel the mysteries of your own enigmatic origins. With its unique, fast-paced combat system that allows for endless customization of your fighting style, you'll feel like a true master. From the vibrant environments to the deep lore spanning multiple kingdoms and races, Amalur is a meticulously crafted fantasy playground begging for exploration. Since its release in 2015, The Witcher 3 has been widely praised as one of the best RPGs ever made. The story follows Geralt of Rivia,
Okay, we
a
can
gruff
check out
yet
The Witcher.
charming monster slayer, as he embarks on a journey to find his long-lost adopted daughter. When it comes to combat, you'll find a challenging yet satisfying system, blending swordplay with magical abilities. But it's the game's mature, morally ambiguous storytelling that truly shines, exploring complex themes while offering players difficult choices that shape the narrative. So there you have it, a list of some of the best RPGs you need to play. If you've played any of these games, I'd love to hear your thoughts.
Many of them I didn't even know about, or like would think about looking into. And the ones that made my list now are Final Fantasy 15, Cyberpunk, and Witcher. And out of those, nothing really that I want to play. Must play. None of them. But it would be nice to play. Especially Final Fantasy 15, I was wanting to play for so long. I just never had a system. And then I never had the time, and then I don't know. So maybe if it gets cheaper, then we can check it out for sure soon. Cyberpunk looks like a good pick for sure. Many praise from many sides. So, and Witcher is honestly just like maybe it's also hype, but it is deserved hype because also you hear it from many sources. Check out another one. I get out a few of these.
Fantasy games always give off a special...
Takes over 60 hours to complete. It's like binge watching 3 entire TV series back to back, but so much more rewarding. If you're ready to dive into epic stories, deep characters, and addictive progression, these 15 RPGs are the absolute best you can play right now. Let's dive into a game that brings tabletop RPGs to life with insane levels of immersion. It's of course the award-winning Baldur's Gate 3. The game's deep mechanics are rooted in Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition's rule set, offering intricate systems for leveling up, spellcasting, and dialogue choices.
I hate
Each character class has unique...
You know how much time of my life I spent in inventories like this? I hate this now. I can't see this anymore. It's too much. It's just too much to keep track of and stuff. I can't have it anymore.
Up, spellcasting, and dialogue choices. Each character class has unique abilities and progression paths, giving you an immense sense of customization. Whether you're playing a cunning rogue or a powerful wizard, the skill trees and special traits allow you to craft a build that feels truly yours.
You've seen this place. It's incredible.
What makes Baldur's Gate 3 so compelling is how it combines these mechanics with incredible storytelling and player choice. Your decisions ripple through the world, shaping relationships, alliances, and even the fate of entire regions. The game has tens of thousands of possible endings, most likely the most in any video game. Add in the seamless multiplayer option, and you've got an RPG
really?
that truly captures the spirit of
I didn't know about the multiplayer ending
cooperation.
thing. That's so many.
Few RPGs offer a world as rich and alive as The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. The leveling system and skill trees let you mold Geralt into the monster-slaying hero of your dreams. Want to focus on swordplay? Invest in the combat tree. Prefer alchemy or magic? There's plenty of room to refine those too. The balance of abilities encourages experimentation, ensuring no two playthroughs are the same. Some people say the combat looks a bit janky, and I guess it can be at times. But the magic in the game, as well as the oil crafting,
you know which combat I miss? Batman, dude. Batman Arkham Knight.
You have doubts?
And the Asylum part, which one was that? So good combat, dude. The flow is
the real
incredible.
magic, though, lies in its storytelling. Side quests are as engaging as the main plot, filled with moral ambiguity and memorable characters. In The Witcher 3, your biggest dilemma isn't just fighting monsters. It's figuring out if you should help the cursed princess, or just leave her in that swamp to teach her a lesson about wandering alone. This blend of mechanics and narratives makes The Witcher 3 a gold standard for RPGs. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 takes realism to the next level, crafting an RPG experience unlike any other. Its mechanics are deeply rooted in historical accuracy, with a skill system that feels organic and rewarding. Leveling up isn't just about grinding, it's about practice and mastery. Want to be a skilled swordsman? You'll need to spend time training and learning. Prefer diplomacy? Your speech skills will only improve through meaningful conversations. What sets it apart is the immersion. Every decision, from how you fight to how you interact with NPCs, feels grounded in its medieval world. This commitment to realism doesn't just make the game unique, it makes every victory feel earned. In Kingdom Come, you don't win battles, you survive them. And by the time you do, you'll be so exhausted you'll want to go home and rest. You can find a bed that hasn't been claimed by a rat. If you're looking for an RPG that values authenticity as much as adventure, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 delivers. Horizon Forbidden West elevates the RPG formula with its robust skill trees and compelling progression system.
Yo, I was gonna check this one out, because look how the fuck it looks like. Oh my fucking god, dude. Is it the Zero Dawn? $50. The game is 3 years old, it's still $50. But it looks insane. It looks so insane. Holy shit. Just the graphics.
Whether it's enhancing Aloy's combat prowess, stealth tactics, or crafting efficiency, the progress system ties beautifully into the game's exploration, encouraging you to tackle side quests and challenges to grow stronger. The real brilliance of Horizon lies in how it blends its mechanics with a stunning open world. Every encounter, whether against robotic behemoths or human foes, requires strategic thinking and mastery of Aloy's arsenal. This combination of rewarding gameplay and breathtaking visuals makes it one of the most memorable RPGs of its time. Next up, a game for the anime fans. Persona 5 Royal is the pinnacle of turn-based RPGs.
I forgot about Persona. Yeah, let's put it on the list.
Gaining levels isn't just about grinding battles. It's about balancing school life, friendships, and dungeon.
Yo, Horizon, Persona,
allowing you to form bonds that enhance your abilities and unlock unique perks.
I just remembered.
Persona 5 Royal so special is how it intertwines mechanics with narrative. Every decision you make in and out of combat affects the world around you. The game's themes of rebellion and self-discovery resonate on a personal level, making every hour spent in its vibrant world feel meaningful. Elden Ring has to be one of the greatest RPGs of all time. It's a game that redefines RPG lore with its mysterious, expansive open world and intricate character progression. The leveling system lets you tailor your build to your playstyle, whether you prefer wielding massive swords, casting devastating spells, or relying on stealth. The sheer variety of weapons, spells, and abilities ensures endless replayability. What I love is that the game rewards difficulty and persistence, making every victory feel like a hard-fought triumph. It's a masterpiece that proves RPGs can be both expansive and deeply personal.
We beat every boss, got every weapon, everything.
Diablo 4 returns to the series' dark roots, delivering an RPG experience.
Oh, I would actually love to play the Diablo expansion, but there's no way I'm paying that much money. There's no way.
Whether you're summoning undead armies as a necromancer or tearing through enemies as a barbarian, every upgrade feels impactful. The loot-driven
when it came out, playing the game was amazing.
That next legendary drop. Combine that with a hauntingly beautiful world and dynamic
events. The cinematics, for the cinematic, I played this for the cinematics alone, I swear to God.
Cyberpunk 2077 shines as a futuristic RPG with unparalleled customization. Its leveling system lets you enhance V's abilities in hacking, combat, and stealth, while the perk trees provide fine-tuned control over your playstyle. Want to be a cyber ninja? Focus on reflexes and stealth. Prefer brute force? Max out body and annihilation skills. What makes Cyberpunk stand out is its immersive world. Night City feels alive with its branching quests and morally complex choices. The RPG mechanics integrate seamlessly with the narrative, making you feel like every decision matters. It's a game that rewards exploration and experimentation, making it a must-play for RPG fans. Now for one of the best RPGs of 2024, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth reimagines one of the greatest games of all time, combining modern mechanics with classic charm. The leveling system and materia customization allow you to build characters that suit your playstyle, whether you prefer devastating magic or balanced combat. The game's cinematic storytelling and epic set pieces elevate it to legendary status. Every battle feels strategic, every character arc deeply emotional. It's not just an RPG, it's an experience that reminds us why we fell in love with the genre in the first place.
Bro, I didn't even know Final Fantasy VII looked like this. Rebirth. What? What the fuck? What is this? 7.
Now for a MIDI optimization, allow you to build characters that suit your playstyle, whether you prefer devastating...
Rebirth. Oh, it's $70. No. Hmm. Oh, and they sell it for the deluxe version plus 20. They make so much money off this. Damn, look how it looks, man.
Magic or balanced combat. The game's cinematic storytelling and epic set pieces elevated to legendary status. Every battle feels strategic, every character arc deeply emotional. It's not just an RPG, it's an experience that reminds us why we fell in love with the genre in the first place. Now for a medieval RPG that's a bit of a hidden gem. Dragon's Dogma 2 takes RPG mechanics to new heights, with its innovative pawn system and dynamic combat. It's Pokemon, but with fantasy wizards and witches. The leveling and vocation system lets you switch classes and experiment with different playstyles, from nimble strikers to powerful spellcasters. Each choice feels impactful, allowing you to adapt to any challenge. What makes this game exceptional is its sense of scale. Battling towering foes and exploring its expansive world feels exhilarating. The depth of its mechanics ensures that every encounter is unique, cementing Dragon's Dogma 2 as an RPG that's as ambitious as it is challenging. Assassin's Creed Odyssey transforms the series into a full-fledged RPG, with deep skill trees and branching dialogue options. Leveling up unlocks powerful abilities, like devastating combat moves or enhanced stealth tactics, allowing you to tailor your experience. The game's depiction of ancient Greece is breathtaking, filled with quests that challenge your morality and decisions that shape your story. The RPG mechanics elevate it beyond a typical action game, making every choice feel like it carries weight. It's a journey that's as personal as it is epic. No RPG list is complete without Skyrim, a legendary title that you can play again and again. The skill systems are a masterclass in player freedom. You're not bound by rigid classes. Instead, your abilities grow as you use them, letting you forge your own path. Want to be a stealthy archer who dabbles in magic? Go for it. For a tanky warrior with smithing expertise? That's viable too. The game's open world is a playground for exploration, filled with dungeons, quests, and secrets. Its RPG mechanics blend seamlessly with its immersive world, making it a timeless classic that continues to captivate players. Mass Effect 2 blends deep RPG mechanics with cinematic storytelling. The leveling system and skill trees allow you to shape Shepard into the hero you want, focusing on combat, tech, or biotics. Your choices don't just affect gameplay, they define relationships and shape the fate of the galaxy. What makes Mass Effect 2 stand out is its characters. Each companion has a rich backstory and personal arc, making your decisions emotionally significant. It's a game that proves
into the story
RPGs can
back
deliver
then.
both gripping mechanics and unforgettable narratives. Stalker 2 combines RPG elements with survival mechanics to create a hauntingly immersive experience. Leveling up and upgrading your gear are crucial for surviving the zone's
Heart
harsh
of
environment.
Chernobyl, what the
The
fuck?
game's system encourages resource management and strategic planning, making every decision feel vital. The atmosphere is unparalleled, with its dynamic world and emergent gameplay. The RPG mechanics tie perfectly into the game's tension, ensuring that every choice has consequences. It's a unique blend of genres that delivers a truly unforgettable post-apocalyptic RPG experience. Breath of the Wild redefines JRPG exploration with its open-ended design and organic progression. While it doesn't have traditional leveling, its systems for upgrading health, stamina, and gear provide a sense of growth and accomplishment. The freedom to tackle challenges in any order gives you an unparalleled agency. The game's world is its greatest strength, filled with puzzles, secrets, and dynamic interactions. Breath of the Wild shows the RPG mechanics don't need to be complex to be impactful. They just need to feel meaningful, within the context of the world. It's an adventure that stays with you long after the credits roll. And there you have it, 15 of the best RPGs out there currently. Be sure to join Nick in our next video about the
Cool.
15 greatest story games ever, and I'll see you next time.
Yo, let's check it out.
What if I told you that some of the most gripping stories aren't found in Hollywood blockbusters or best-selling novels, but in video games? These
Yeah,
aren't
I
just
feel like
play and
I'm more
forget
into stories now,
experiences.
honestly.
They're emotional powerhouses that draw you in with
I don't need
unforgettable characters.
like
We're counting down
replayability, I
15
don't need
story-driven
crazy
games that
game
deliver tales
mechanics.
so impactful,
I just want a
they'll
good
leave an
story.
undeniable impact on how you view games. Our journey begins in feudal Japan with Ghost of Tsushima. This action-adventure masterpiece places you in the role of Jin Sakai, a samurai fighting to save his island from Mongol invaders. But it's more than a war story. Jin struggles with his identity, torn between his traditional samurai code and the harsh realities of guerrilla warfare. The game's world is stunning, with picturesque landscapes that breathe life into its emotional tale. The story might not be as powerful as some of the other games on this list, but with its layered characters, moral dilemmas, and a soundtrack that pulls at your heartstrings, Ghost of Tsushima is an unforgettable gaming experience worth sharing.
Yeah, brutal.
Imagine a world where androids walk among us, not as machines,
Definitely
but
wanna
as
play
beings
this.
yearning for freedom. In Detroit Become Human, you guide 3 androids, Kara, Marcus, and Connor, through a branching narrative filled with life and death decisions.
Man, I did spoil
Every
myself
choice
though
matters,
by watching a
shaping
bunch
not
of
just
Let's
their
Play of
fates, but
this.
the course of an entire society. The game dives deep into themes of humanity, justice, and morality, challenging you to reflect on your own values. With breathtaking visuals, top-tier voice acting, and endless replayability, Detroit Become Human isn't just a game. It's an experience that evolves based on how you play it.
You lied to me, Connor.
Few games have impacted the industry like The Last of Us. This post-apocalyptic journey follows Joel and Ellie, 2 survivors navigating a world ravaged by a fungal outbreak. But it's not the infected that
So
steal the
good.
show. It's the heartbreaking bond between these two. The game masterfully explores themes of love, loss, and survival, often forcing players to confront the darker sides of humanity. With its emotional storytelling and unforgettable moments,
And it just
it's a
flows.
game
You
that
just play it
redefines
and
what
it's
video
perfect.
game narratives could achieve.
It's
If
a
you
10
haven't
out of
played it
10.
yet, prepare to be utterly captivated.
We got a whole
Set in
playlist.
the sprawling, neon-soaked streets
on
of Night
YouTube.
City, Cyberpunk 2077 immerses you in a dystopian world where technology blurs the line between humanity and machine. You play as V, a mercenary haunted by the digital ghost of rocker rebel Johnny Silverhand, voiced by Keanu Reeves. The game's story is as much about your personal journey as it is about unraveling corporate conspiracies. Whether you're making life-altering choices, forming deep relationships, or exploring moral gray areas, Cyberpunk 2077 delivers a story rich in depth and emotion.
I think
complemented by
Cyberpunk,
an open
guys.
world
What do you
that feels
think?
alive at every turn.
So what was that?
Guys, I hope you're enjoying the video so far. Please hit that subscribe button if you can. It really helps. But next, I want to tell you about the emotional story of one of my personal favorites. Uncharted 4: A Thief's End is an epic when it comes to storytelling. The game sees the treasure hunter Nathan Drake grappling with his past as he's pulled into
Uncharted
one
so
last
far,
quest. The
excellent
story
games.
masterfully balances blockbuster action with deeply emotional moments, exploring Nathan's relationships and the cost of his obsession. The banter between characters feels natural, and the performances are top-notch. With breathtaking set pieces and an emotional climax that ties up the series beautifully, this game proves that even action-packed adventures can tell a heartfelt, human story.
Yeah, like ever.
No, not by a long shot.
My name is Scott Shelby. I'm a private...
What would you do to save someone you love? That's the question Heavy Rain asks as you unravel a tense,
Oh my
dramatic thriller.
god.
The game follows 4 characters, each tied to the Origami Killer.
We played this 15
Your
years
choices shape the
ago.
outcome, and no one is safe.
Heavy Rain.
Any character can die, permanently altering the story. It's a gripping tale of loss, desperation, and redemption, bolstered by a cinematic presentation and gut-wrenching moral dilemmas. For fans of interactive drama, Heavy Rain is a masterpiece that keeps you on edge until the final reveal.
I don't think I
A
ever
story
finished this.
told through silence and shadows. Shadow of the Colossus is a minimalist masterpiece. You play as Wander, a young
Oh, I heard
warrior
about
on
this.
a
What
quest
was
to
this
bring a girl
about?
back to life. To do so, you must defeat 16 towering colossi scattered across a desolate landscape. The game raises profound questions about morality, sacrifice, and the consequences of your actions, all without heavy dialogue. Its hauntingly beautiful world and emotional impact make it one of the most
Cool.
unique storytelling experiences in gaming, proving that sometimes less really is more.
You know, trying to save a grill?
Step
I'm all
into
up.
the boots of Arthur Morgan, an outlaw caught in the dying days of the Wild West. Red Dead Redemption 2 isn't just a game. It's a sprawling epic that explores loyalty, morality,
pretty
and the
epic so
cost
far,
of
for
survival.
sure.
As a member of the Vanderlyn gang, you'll witness their rise and fall, all while navigating complex relationships and making choices that impact Arthur's fate. The world is alive, filled with small details and characters who feel real. With some of the best writing and acting in gaming history, this is a story you'll never forget.
Pretty good so far.
Warn me about what?
In a world overrun by terrifying zombie-like creatures, Days Gone offers more than just survival. At its heart,
I don't
it's
know-
a deeply
don't know
human
about this.
story
What
about
is this?
love, loss, and redemption. You play as Deacon St. John, a drifter and biker searching for hope in a brutal, unforgiving world. The game's open world is filled with danger and mystery, but it's the relationships Deacon forms and the secrets he uncovers that truly drive the narrative. It's an emotional ride that balances intense action with quieter, heartfelt moments.
And Days Gone.
No same as me. Anything that happens here is far better than what's going on out there.
Considered one of the greatest RPGs of all time, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt places you in the boots of Geralt of Rivia, a monster hunter searching for his missing ward, Ciri. But I'm sure you probably know that. If you haven't already played it, now's the time to check it out. You don't need to know the story of the first 2 games to enjoy it either. It's a tale of love, destiny, and war. Every quest, from the main story to the smallest side mission, is filled with depth and consequences. With its rich lore, morally complex characters, and a world that feels alive, The Witcher 3 delivers an unforgettable narrative experience that sets the standard for storytelling in games. In Mass Effect 2, you lead Commander Shepard and a crew of misfits on a mission to save the galaxy. It's a story about camaraderie, sacrifice, and the weight of leadership. What makes this game truly shine is its cast. Each companion has a rich backstory, personal struggles, and missions that deepen their connection with you. Your choices not only shape the fate of your crew, but ripple across the trilogy, making every decision feel meaningful. With cinematic storytelling and some of the best character development in gaming, Mass Effect 2 is an unmissable epic. In the nuclear wasteland of the Mojave Desert, Fallout New Vegas tells a story of power, revenge, and survival. As the courier,
It's
you're
crazy.
left for dead after being
These
shot
games
in
that
the
are
head,
15 years
but your
old.
journey to uncover the truth spirals
Mass
into a
Effect,
battle
Heavy
for the
Rain,
fate of New
Fallout.
Vegas itself. The game's branching storylines let you align with factions, betray allies, or carve your own path to power. With its razor-sharp writing, dark humor, and world that adapts to your choices, New Vegas remains a standout in the Fallout series and one of the best RPGs ever made. Dive into the eerie, atmospheric world of Alan Wake, a psychological thriller that blurs the line between reality and fiction. You play as Alan, a novelist trapped in a town where his own horror stories coming to life. As darkness closes in, you'll fight shadowy enemies using light and uncover the mystery behind his wife's disappearance. With its Stephen King-inspired narrative and chilling atmosphere, Alan Wake delivers a gripping tale that keeps you guessing until the very end. It's
This is
a
Monka S,
must-play
dude.
for anyone who loves suspenseful, story-driven
play.
games.
The suspense is gonna kill me though.
Disco Elysium is unlike any game you've played. This
Disco
detective RPG
Elysium?
drops you into the shoes of a washed-up cop trying to solve a murder in a city teetering
this
on the
looks
edge of
cool though.
collapse.
Holy fuck.
But it's not just about solving crimes. It's a deep exploration of identity, politics, and the human condition. Your choices shape every aspect of the story, from how you interact with characters to the kind of detective you become. With its sharp writing, philosophical depth, and unique gameplay, Disco Elysium is a storytelling triumph that challenges you to think like never before. At its
What the
core,
fuck?
Life is Strange is about choices and the consequences they bring. You play as Max Caulfield, a photography student who discovers she can rewind time. This ability lets you reshape events, but it also forces you to face tough moral dilemmas. The story is deeply emotional, touching on themes like friendship, love, and the struggles of growing up. With its relatable characters and powerful moments,
Yeah, we
Life
have
is
to play
Strange
this.
is a narrative-driven experience that proves games can tackle real-life issues with honesty and heart.
She had a heart attack or a car accident.
Whether you're chasing revenge, unraveling mysteries, or navigating impossible choices, these games prove that storytelling in gaming is as diverse as it is impactful.
Dude,
Which one's your favorite?
I'm just
Let us
gonna
know in
buy
the
all of these
comments, and
games
don't forget to
throughout the
subscribe for
year.
more gaming content.
This is an amazing list.
What makes a game perfect? Is it the story, the gameplay, the characters, or that indescribable magic that pulls you into its world and doesn't let go? Let's dive into some of the
16
most
perfect, 10
unforgettable
out of
gaming
10 games.
experiences that have left their
What
mark
is
on
this
players and
channel?
critics.
Just play it all.
Black Myth Wukong is one of those games that has everyone in the gaming community talking, and for good reason. Based on the iconic Chinese novel Journey to the West, it brings the tale of Sun Wukong, the Monkey King, to life like never before. The visuals are simply breathtaking, showcasing stunning environments, meticulously crafted monsters, and the fluid movements of Wukong himself. But it's not just
The
about
problem
looks.
is I
The
watched
combat
all
system
about the
feels
game
deep
already.
and rewarding, encouraging players to strategize and make the most of Wukong's unique powers. This game promises to immerse players in a world rich in mythology and history, with each encounter offering a new layer to the journey.
Same with
Black Myth Wukong is shaping
Sekiro.
up to be a truly legendary experience. Red Dead 2 is widely celebrated as one of the best games
All the Souls
ever due to
games,
its
basically.
incredible storytelling, immersive world, and attention to detail. Set in a beautifully crafted open world, players explore the life of Arthur Morgan, a complex character navigating loyalty and survival. The game's realistic graphics, rich landscapes,
Life
and
of
lifelike characters make it feel
Pi
truly
comes out
alive.
soon.
Rockstar really showed that they can make games that are deep and immersive. Red Dead 2 redefines open world gaming, setting a new standard for narrative-driven adventures. Even 7 years after its release, it still rivals the best of modern titles in both looks and gameplay, especially on PC. Whether you're roaming vast landscapes or simply watching a sunset, every moment feels immersive and unforgettable. The game's attention to detail, emotional depth, and dynamic world building make it a timeless masterpiece that captivates every time.
Holy shit,
Sekiro
his
Shadows
head
Die Twice
exploded.
brought a fresh twist to the
I
Souls
knew they're
formula,
gonna
introducing us
show
to Japan's
Sekiro.
Sengoku era through the eyes of a shinobi named Wolf. Unlike previous From Software games, Sekiro focuses heavily on precision and timing, rewarding players for mastering the art of deflection and counterattacking. The game's world is beautifully crafted, with hidden paths, secret bosses, and intense duels that require total focus. The story, filled with Japanese folklore and myth, is woven into every encounter, making every boss fight feel like an epic clash of warriors. This game demands patience and perseverance, but the sense of achievement when overcoming each challenge is unparalleled, making it a modern classic.
Like these Sekiro no hit runs are crazy.
Despite its rough start, Cyberpunk
Perfect
2077 has finally delivered on its promises. Set in the neon-drenched dystopian world of Night City, players step into the shoes of V, a mercenary in search of immortality and identity. The city itself is a masterpiece, filled with dynamic NPCs, stories on every corner, and a level of detail that feels overwhelming in the best way. The branching narrative, character customization, and high-octane action keep players fully immersed. With recent updates and expansions, Cyberpunk 2077 has finally become the open-world RPG experience it was meant to be. Another great game on this list is God of War, which returned in 2018. It wasn't just a comeback, it was a complete reimagining of the series. Leaving behind the Greek pantheon, Kratos now finds himself in the world of Norse mythology, accompanied by his son, Atreus. This father-son dynamic introduces an emotional depth that fans hadn't seen before, blending seamlessly with the game's gritty combat and exploration. The world is vast, filled with secrets, side quests, and lore that brings the Norse gods and creatures to life in stunning detail. The weapons and combat in this game are particularly satisfying, and the game's available on pretty much all platforms. Elden Ring is the game that brought Dark Souls' punishing but satisfying gameplay to an expansive open world. From Software, with the creative input of George R.R. Martin, created a vast and intricate universe full of ancient secrets, towering bosses, and dark lore that players can explore at their own pace. The world is as rewarding as it is challenging, encouraging players to explore every nook and cranny, as there's always a new secret or hidden treasure waiting to be found. The combat is intense and demands patience and skill, with each enemy feeling like a unique challenge. One of the greatest games of all time.
I just
haven't had
smashed
time to play the
buttons here,
Shadow of
dude.
the Erdtree expansion yet personally, so let me know what you thought of it in the comments, and if it's better or worse than the base game.
Come on, Amicia. 6.
Set during the Black Death in medieval France, A Plague Tale: Innocence introduces players to Amicia and her younger brother, Hugo.
Oh,
as they
yeah,
try
I
to
watched
survive
this one
both
as
a
well.
deadly plague and an army of rats overtaking the countryside. This game masterfully blends stealth, survival, and puzzle-solving elements in a
final
way
boss
that
is
keeps you
insane.
constantly on edge. The atmosphere is heavy, the environments are hauntingly beautiful, and the story's filled with twists that make every chapter gripping.
like the Red
It may not have
King.
the massive scale of some of the other titles on this list, but what it delivers in storytelling and atmosphere makes it a perfect 10.
Mm-hmm.
Did I, Cupcake?
When GTA 5 dropped, it redefined the open world genre. Set in the sprawling city of Los Santos, players take control of 3 unique characters, Michael, Franklin, and Trevor, each with their own stories,
Trevor is the
strengths, and
best, dude.
personalities. The game's narrative intertwines their lives in ways that make for a thrilling experience, loaded with action, humor, and plenty of plot twists. Los Santos itself is like a living, breathing character, with so much detail and activities that you could spend hours just exploring.
If we can't do that, we can. It's in our guidelines.
Batman Arkham City took everything great about Arkham Asylum and expanded it into an open-world Gotham that feels alive and dangerous. Rocksteady Studios nailed the feeling of being Batman, from the
it's the
intense,
best
fluid combat system to
combat.
the Predator-like stealth sections where you can pick off enemies from the shadows. The story is packed with iconic villains like Joker, Two-Face, and Mr. Freeze, each adding layers to the narrative as you unravel the secrets of Arkham City. But it's not just the villains. Arkham City itself is a character, with dark alleys, crumbling buildings, and eerie atmospheres that make Gotham come alive. The result is a game that captures the essence of Batman perfectly.
That's a good game, yeah.
Nier Automata isn't just a game, it's an experience. Developed by Platinum Games and directed by the visionary Yoko Taro, this title dives deep into themes of existentialism, purpose, and what it truly means to be alive. Following the journey of androids 2B and 9S in a bleak future where humans have been driven to the moon, players are taken on a ride that's as emotionally complex as it is visually impressive. With a hauntingly beautiful soundtrack, dynamic camera angles that constantly shift perspectives,
I want to play
and
this
combat that's both
by
smooth
myself
and
for
challenging,
sure.
Nier Automata keeps players on their toes. The storytelling is layered, revealing itself with each playthrough and begging you to come back for more. It's the kind of game that sticks with you long after the credits roll.
Yeah.
The Last of Us redefined storytelling in
Nier
games,
is I
setting a
got
new
hung up
standard
on
for
Nier a
character
lot.
depth, emotion, and realism.
And the anime and all the
Post-apocalyptic journey
story.
follows Joel and Ellie as they navigate a world
It
ravaged
taught
by
me a lot as
infection,
well.
danger, and despair. The bond between the two characters is beautifully developed, making each moment feel impactful. The gameplay blends stealth, action, and survival mechanics that keep players engaged while telling a story of love, loss, and resilience. The haunting soundtrack and detailed environments immerse you in a world that
Oh, I
feels
never
as
used
bleak
people as a
it does
shield
beautiful, making The Last of Us a true
in the
masterpiece
game.
that resonates with players long after the credits roll.
And I'm telling you honestly, dude, this has actually replayability. Because you just want to play the game in a
farewell to
different way.
Nathan Drake's adventures, taking players through beautiful landscapes, thrilling chases, and unforgettable treasure hunts. With stunning
They make
visuals,
amazing game
realistic
lists right here.
animations,
I like
and
them
tight
all.
gameplay mechanics, Naughty Dog crafted an experience that feels cinematic and exciting
Naughty
at
Dog,
every
dude.
turn. The story explores Nathan's relationships and personal struggles, giving players a deeper look into what makes him such a beloved character. From action-packed shootouts to jaw-dropping set pieces, Uncharted 4 is the definition of an action-adventure masterpiece, proving that the
Cool.
series ended up on the highest note possible.
Wounds are bad.
The Witcher 3 redefined open-world RPGs with its vast world, complex characters, and compelling storytelling. Players step into the boots of Geralt of Rivia, a monster hunter who's as skilled with a sword as he is with sarcasm. The game's side quests are as engaging as the main story, each one crafted with attention to detail that makes them feel essential to the world. From the beauty of Valen to the intrigue of Novigrad, every region in The Witcher 3 feels alive and brimming with secrets. With multiple endings and choices that shape the world, The Witcher 3 is an RPG that sets
I can
the
see
gold
myself
standard.
play all of these games.
Baldur's
We're
Gate 3
gonna
has
get them
captured
all on
the hearts
the
of
on
RPG
the
fans
YouTube
by
list
combining classic D&D
channel.
mechanics with
Make a
stunning
list for all
visuals
of them.
and a story that adapts to
It's
your
gonna be
every
cool,
choice.
dude.
As you explore the richly detailed world, every decision you make has a consequence, impacting your relationships, quests, and the game's outcome. The game's voice acting, story depth, and attention to detail make it an immersive experience, allowing players to create their own unique journey in the Forgotten Realms. VG3 is an epic.
Who am I? Your only chance of survival.
This is one for the PC originals, Total War Warhammer. It's a game that blends the grand strategy of Total War with the fantasy world of Warhammer, resulting in a game that's both epic and addictive. Players command armies of mythical creatures, powerful heroes, and terrifying monsters in large-scale battles that are visually and strategically stunning. The game's campaign mode allows for diplomacy, conquest, and alliances, letting you reshape the world of Warhammer in your own image. With its intricate mechanics, deep lore, and a massive roster of units, Total War Warhammer is an RTS masterpiece that appeals to both fantasy fans and strategy enthusiasts.
Murder case with a unique skill system.
Disco Elysium isn't just a game. It's an experience that challenges players to think deeply about morality, politics, and identity. You play as a detective suffering from amnesia, exploring the fictional city of Revachol, where your every choice affects the story. The game's unique RPG system allows for skill checks that impact interactions, giving players the freedom to shape the protagonist's personality and decisions. With rich, philosophical dialogue and a hauntingly atmospheric soundtrack, Disco Elysium offers a one-of-a-kind narrative experience that is thought-provoking and wholly immersive.
Surround sound.
And there you have it, 16 games that reach the pinnacle of perfection, each one earning a well-deserved 10 out of 10. From unforgettable stories to groundbreaking gameplay, these games have set the standard for what
This
it
list
means
is
to be
really good,
great.
yeah.
Check out the next video, which includes 15 perfect games that shook the world. And thanks for watching. What if I
Watch
told
this
you
one?
that some of the most gripping stories aren't found in Hollywood blockbusters or
Yeah, yeah, we
best-selling
did.
novels, but in video games? These aren't just play and forget.
Cool. So I come to understand now that I'm looking for story mode rather than any cool combat system. That's just a bonus. Also, I don't care if it's
Feels
open
alive in
world.
every corner. Rockstar truly.
I like linear. If it makes the game good, why not? Exploring, sure, it's cool, but that's no must. So let's see what is this list, for example.
Reserve your family spot in
25 perfect 10-10 games you must play. They show Red Dead, The Witcher, Elden Ring, Breath of the Wild, God of War, Last of Us, Bloodborne, Sekiro, basically all the Souls games. You have Cyberpunk, Uncharted, all the Naughty Dog games. Yeah, actually you can see what gets repeated a bunch of times. So this is a whole nother channel now. Ghost of Tsushima, Spider-Man I heard good stuff about, Horizon again, Plague Tale, Resident Evil, sure, Mass Effect, 2010 game, Nier, sure, Batman, yeah. Yeah, the Souls, Metal Gear 5, yeah, sure, why not? Dishonored, yeah.
Did you know that open world?
And then another one here. Best open world games, Hogwarts, Dying Light, Stalker, Assassins. Yeah, it's mostly all the time the same stuff. Mad Max, okay, cool. But yeah, I'm actually not even looking for open world anymore. Then what was this about?
Time of the year where we look at the MMO genre and go over the most played MMOs right now. A lot has changed since I
This is
last made
interesting
this
for me.
video. We've
not
seen
because I
some
want to play,
MMOs
but
move
just I
way
want
up on the list, and we've seen some move
see
way
what's going on, what people are playing.
down. This video is strictly by the numbers, which means I'm not ranking
So
them by quality,
I was very
simply
big
by
on
active
MMO.
player-based size. Which MMOs are dying and which ones are thriving? Let's find out. First up at number 17 is Albion Online. Released in 2017 and currently available on PC, Mac, iOS, and Android. Albion Online has fallen to number 17 on this list, moving down 6 spots, partly because I've included some new MMOs this time around, and partly because it has seen a drop in its population since its peak. Albion Online is not for the faint of heart. It's a full loot PvP MMO. This game does allow you to pay for power. The silver lining is that because it is full loot, that means you can let someone else pay to win and then kill them and take their gear. Fortunately, if you lose a full loot PvP fight, it's not too terribly
that's
difficult
crazy.
to recover from. Most players just accelerated that downtrend.
Lost Ark was so
is a
cool.
free-to-play, top-down MMORPG that launched in the East in 2019 and then finally here in the West in 2022. Lost Ark is Diablo meets Final Fantasy meets a Las Vegas casino. It has a cash shop, developers, and its fans. EVE Online is available on PC, Linux, and Mac OS. Now, is the game just getting old, or is having the most expensive sub in the genre at $20 per month starting to catch up with it? EVE Online is an MMO where your goal is to build and upgrade a powerful spaceship so that you can join up with others to vie for control of the most profitable sectors of space. It's free to play with the option to spend money to do things like access more of your spaceships sooner. It also has an
nothing new here. Nothing new. I had another list. Where is it? Yo, let's check out my new song while I look for the next video that we're gonna watch. Check this out.
In the dark, but hear me out, life is worth staying for. You don't know what's ahead. 5 years from now, you could be laughing, alive, unstoppable.
I had a little fun with the edits, but I don't like it as much as I wanted it to be.
Even if you think no one wants you, you haven't met everyone yet. Somewhere, someone is waiting for you. Sunlight on your skin after a cold night. The smell of rain on pavement. Your favorite song at 2 a.m.
This clean voice, dude.
Your darkest thoughts, like a storm, this will pass. Just hold on. This chapter is dark,
But not the whole book. Best part might still be ahead. You matter, even if you don't believe it yet. I do. It's so sick. I swear the last part is so sick.
This chapter is dark, but not the whole book. The best part might still be ahead. You matter, even if you don't believe it yet. I do.
How is this so good?
The universe would feel your absence, even if you think no one would
This is so good.
The dating world is.
Yeah, I have a bunch of videos that we can watch, guys. So a few interesting ones. Some of them are very sexist, but I'm gonna go through them. I don't care.
In this video,
check out
I will
some
share
posts.
with you a secret.
You
The younger generations
matter.
have been given the huge task of figuring this out for the continuation of our species. We at Psych2Go are up for the task. So join us as we try to figure out how to navigate the broken dating world. Those who are older or already married might not get what the big deal is, but it is a big deal. Life had a rigid but helpful structure before. Getting married in your early 20s was not only common, but also expected. Now, a single 30-year-old isn't all that uncommon. That drive to get married at a young age isn't as present. Life is expensive. Marriage is complicated. And divorce rates are high. That has largely been a practical response to the world rather than a result of a twisted up dating world, but it does affect our motivations and the perceived purpose
It
of
does
dating.
affect everything.
Getting those long-term relationships is more difficult now than ever. There are a few reasons for that. The first and most obvious issue is that everyone seems to be asking, how do I meet people? There
Yeah,
are
that's actually
people
correct.
all around us, but we can't ever seem to
I
actually
was thinking
meet
it's
people.
easy to meet
Once
people
you're no
online, but
longer in high school or
you don't even know
university,
who is
you've
real
pretty
anymore.
much met most of the
You can
friends
chat
you've
with bots
ever
you don't even
met.
understand.
And that's okay,
It's a
though,
bot.
because it's more about the satisfaction our friendships and relationships give us rather than the number. There is a solution for meeting new people that we will get into in a minute, so stick
Mhm.
around. There is a great degree of separation between you and the person directly next to you. We all have our own universes unfolding entirely on our phones. The world and the people that matter to you are on your phone rather than in the immediate community around you. That is the key issue. Community. How well do you know your neighbors? Probably not very well. There's a decent chance that you have nothing in common or just won't get along with them. The meaning of community has changed. We don't feel connected to those in our area anymore. Instead, we seek community online in fandoms, online spaces, and online cultures like gaming or fashion culture. On the surface, it seems like a decent replacement, but it can't replace or fix the broken dating world. It doesn't lend itself well to finding a life partner. The focus in these spaces will always be the theme or subject that has drawn the community together, making standing out as an individual nearly impossible. The solution to that would be dating apps then, right? The focus is entirely on you and dating, so it's understood
Dating apps
that
are so horrible.
that is what you're there for. Nothing else can muddy your intentions, but dating apps expose another issue. The idea of long-term dating strategy is dead. With dating apps, the intention is almost too obvious. There's no room for a friendship to blossom or for the natural courting process to unfold. You're forced to move things along quickly because you're either together or you aren't, in which case you have to move on to the next person. Studies like this research paper by psychologist Vanessa
Do you remember
Rafai
Next on MTV?
confirm that our perceptions of dating, our expectations for dating, and our dating behaviors are impacted by modern dating platforms. That said, not everyone would choose the traditional way of dating. Some people prefer or even expect more casual relationships. But these casual relationships, while satisfying in the short term, aren't the cure for loneliness that so many people crave. Again, there is no familiarity, no background that binds or connects the two of you. So the next best move would be to approach someone in real life. Surely every single person who heard that scoffed, because as we all know, it's easier said than done.
There is no real
Approaching
life.
people is also broken. The best way to start a relationship is as friends. Knowing each other personally or being in adjacent friend groups and growing close over a long time. When that isn't an option for you, you have to find someone you don't know personally. There is an inherent sense of objectification when approaching people. It is understood if a man approaches a woman he doesn't know, he is most likely doing so because he finds her physically attractive. Women, understandably, don't want to be objectified.
All the
And
double
that men,
standards.
strangers, are approaching them for their looks. Men can also be dangerous, so women are naturally going to have a guard up when
They choose the bear in the woods.
Without the free-flowing community, knowing people through reputation and other connections, and being able to meet and interact with friends of friends, you are limited in your options.
Yeah.
And forced to be a stranger. There are more reasons beyond the superficial for someone to approach or be approached, but without knowing someone through the community, you only have their looks to go off of. And as we all know, that isn't enough to sustain a relationship. So how do we navigate this? Definitely don't be a creep and try not to be a stranger. Find places where you are comfortable. If you enjoy music, become a part of the local music scene in your area. Go to the shows, be a familiar face, bring your friends, and interact with those around you. This is all without the intention of getting a date. If there is a
But
sense
it
of
is with the
familiarity with those
intention.
around you, you can talk to anybody. The best thing you can do is pursue your goals and work on yourself. You can attract people with a strong sense of self. A person who is going out, talking to people, knows people, and is comfortable and at ease with themselves will always have a better chance than someone who stays home, swiping on Tinder, and not really taking risks or building themselves up. Be open to a slower pace. With dating apps being so fast-paced and focused on relationships or short-term gratification, try to slow things down. Make building friendships with new people and being part of a community your priority. Meet people and grow your social life. That way, you can organically
Honestly, that's not too
meet,
bad of an advice.
pursue, and court someone you're genuinely interested in for more than just superficial reasons. Do you think there's any hope for dating as it is?
No.
Let us know in the comments below. There's hope for
Because when
everyone.
you're in that
As
community
long
kind of
as you're being
environment,
the best version
you're
of
still gonna be a
yourself that you
man
can be.
and you're still gonna come
Hopefully
off as a
you
creep.
found this video helpful and
Or as
gave you
violent,
direction to
or as
navigate
whatever.
the weird world of dating. Remember to leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe for more. You
That's my
got this.
experience.
In this video, I will share with you
But it was good. Once you understand this, everything changes with women forever. In short, just be a man and not try to impress someone. Don't panic, don't be confused, don't think about how people feel about you. Just don't give a fuck, huh? And how relationships always have to be games, not true love, yeah. It's all games. Bro, this is the whole Looks Max community. Trust a woman's action, never her words, yeah. The message of the video is to be masculine. Be decisive, don't be romantic, suppress any jealousy you have. You don't even have to watch the video, we get it off the comments. Because I don't even like to watch these kind of videos, you know? That's why I said it's some of them are little keck and sexist.
Yeah, we hung out and
Oh, this one was interesting. People read their last breakup texts.
have fun, but did I want to be in a long distance relationship with you afterwards? No, and that should be okay with you. I tried to call him and he refused to talk to me on the phone.
Do you have any breakup texts?
Actually, I don't. I deleted it. I was kind of like 20/20 vision, trying to get rid of my demons.
Breakup texts, I deleted them all. I deleted them.
I prefer to do that stuff in person, or at least on a FaceTime, not through text.
Oh, I have the text. Let's do it. That shit was fun, but maybe I should let you focus on school. She said, okay, haha. I said, I mean, if you really need time, I don't want you getting bored of me fast. That's what she said, like, I get bored fast. Like, oh, ew. She says, OMG, but okay, if you say so. And I'm like, okay. And then we ended it there. I'm like, okay. And then
No, but he friend zoned himself.
It was the most invested I had ever been in a relationship.
I don't know.
We had said I
There
love
is
you to each
some
other
stuff
already,
missing.
and then she texted me, breaking up with me. If I'm being totally honest, I've had a lot of time to think about everything, and I really only have time to focus on school. And I don't think our personalities click super great at this time in my life, even though you're absolutely wonderful. I feel like my only compatible personality right now for me is Joss. For context, Joss is her cat. I'm sorry for the potential stress and frustration I've caused you. I hope you can forgive me, Sam. I'm super upset at life right now, but I understand and respect your priorities and why you're doing this. Kind of wish we could talk about this in person at some point. I have some questions if that's okay. Hope you're doing okay. Send Joss a kissy kiss. Then we had exchanges for maybe a month where I kept being like, okay, so like, can we meet? And she would be like, yeah, sure, this week. And then she'd be like, actually, I'm busy, maybe next week. And I was really disappointed because I thought, you know, you at least owe me like an apology or something in person. And I thought, you know, what we had was a little more real than that. But yeah.
Stuff kind of hit the fan and her car got towed and she needed
She's still butthurt.
$600. I lent her the $600 and then on June 16th, 2018, I said good morning at 8:05, no response. Hey baby, at 1:43, no response. 11:30 p.m., I said good night. Eventually on the 20th, the exchange is this. Hey you, smiley face, because I'm cool. Listen, I'll pay you back as soon as I can, but I can't be in a relationship with you. It weighs too hard on my conscience that I'm not a good partner. I'm sorry to do this through text, but I don't have the energy for more right now. You're free. Be happy with someone normal. A couple months later, I didn't get a text from her, but I got a message from her email to my phone. And it's her, and it's like, hey Eric, I hope you're doing well. Also, just to let you know, I should be able to pay you back next month. Sorry about the forever wait. And I've still never seen the money. She like deleted me off all social media, and that was like 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Okay, look, I saw your phone while waiting for you, and I saw her as your screensaver. I don't know what's going on anymore, but I think I have a good idea at this point. And of course, what are you talking about? And I just tell him I want to know why she's your screensaver. And there's a 30-minute blank, no response, but he leaves me on red. So I'm like, okay. I know he's thinking of a lie. I know he's thinking of something to tell me. And this is what he comes up with. It's an app I found that changes screensavers like a slideshow. I have so many pictures I couldn't choose one. Come on, you know I wouldn't do like that. And I'm like, okay. I knew in that moment all the red flags were in fact red flags. And this relationship
I would believe him.
Done. He kind of attacks me
and she's overreacting.
Believe what you want. So I send him like 3 question marks like, whoa. Then he ends the conversation and he goes, like I said, believe what you want. It's an app. And sorry she was the screensaver when you looked, but you know I love you and wouldn't do you like that. and it hurts to think that you think it's like that. I'll talk to you later. And he put a
Oh,
period
he's
at the
gaslighting
end,
her now.
so he was being very stern because that's not how he talks or types. So I
Uh-huh,
think
I
that
know
he blamed it
that
on
is-
me for believing
Oh.
what was the truth. So that's kind of how it went. He's still with the girl. He reaches out to me sometimes. He stalks my Instagram profile.
Yeah, okay, so.
So I said, there's something I've been wanting to tell you, but it's something that should be said in person. Are you doing anything on Saturday? And then I said, would you rather not see me? And he said, I really don't want to see you. I'm sorry. I said, I understand. It's a lot. And he said, just tell me shit or don't tell me at all. And I said, okay, let me type it up. He said, okay, don't tell me at all. Goodbye, Anna. And then I said, it's something I need to say, but I'm gonna tell you, just give me a few minutes. And he said, dude, really, Anna, this is ridiculous. And I'm like trying to type it up, but
Why can't people
I
wait for a
kind
few
of
minutes?
learned,
What the
like,
fuck?
It just has to be short and sweet. It can't be me saying like, I'm in pain or, I'm going through this. So I said, long story short, since you don't want the full story, is I was having a miscarriage the week we broke up. I didn't know until last Friday. And he said, okay, Anna, I'm really sorry about that. I said, I probably should have kept that to myself. And he said, no, it's okay. I'm gonna go to sleep though. And I said, that hurts because it's like, I didn't even know that I was pregnant beforehand.
With him? Or the ass?
It was hard, and so I wanted to reach out to him.
Man.
I don't know why I thought he would care.
Hmm.
And I don't know why I wanted him to care too, because obviously, like,
Well, it was his?
No matter what, we weren't going to be together. I was just, like, going through something like that really changes your head.
Yeah, I believe her. The woman that does, and it's another level of hurt.
It's hard to move on when there's that constant reminder of what could have been and what, I went through. And so
The what could have been is
I'm
the
feeling hopeful,
worst. It's
but
so bad. You can get
it's
stuck on it
just-
and just keep
it's
going
hard
down
sometimes.
that spiral is horrible. Oh man, that was a terrible video. Fuck. Oh god.
A big thank you to Dashlane for supporting this episode and for making
Oh
our
my
content
God.
possible. For those of you who don't know, Dashlane
comes
is
to a man
awesome.
with
It securely generates and stores all of your password information across every device, so you never have to click lost password again.
Let's see what she has to say. Do women care if a man has muscle or not at all? This is very subjective, so I would never watch these kind of videos. But today I thought, let's give these a try. All these bots, what the fuck?
muscular frame, it signifies to a woman so much more than just attraction. It's what got him that body to begin with. Because we all have to start somewhere, you guys. Whether you're chubby right now, or you're really skinny, or maybe
You're
you have
fat
muscle, but
as
you want
fuck
to
like
improve
me.
yourself. The gym is a man's battlefield. In the battlefield, not in the ways of you versus another person. It's you versus you. And I think for a woman, there's a part in us that deeply, deeply desires a man who can persevere through challenge. And this is something that's highly, highly instinctive to us. And I think we discount the biological factor that has everything to do with who and what we are attracted to. And I think health in today's society can look different from person to person. We've been through the phase of glorifying kind of unhealthy people who are fat in magazines and, promoting substances and alcohol that makes a person weaker than ever before.
I dislike that so
weaker
much.
than our
All this fat
ancestors.
acceptance.
We live in a day and age
I really
where we
like fat people, but
truthfully have
the
zero
fat
excuse
acceptance
to
got
be
it to a
fat
level where they
or
say
to
it's
be
okay to be
obese.
fat, it's okay to be
And I'm not
overweight,
saying
and
that
therefore
muscles
unhealthy.
are for everyone.
That's not okay.
But when it comes to you being your healthiest version, muscles are just the manifestation of the work you have put into yourself. Whether
I had
you're
it
a runner,
the other day
whether
about
you're a
this.
swimmer, a hiker, or just love to lift weights.
It just
This
shows
is you, especially
dedication
being a
and
man, using your testosterone to build yourself up rather than using your testosterone to deplete yourself. Doing things that are getting you farther away from the best version that is within you. The best version that is within us needs to be cracked open. And when it comes to a man with muscle, this is what it shows a woman, is that you've actually put yourself in the arena. You've put yourself
That's
in the
right.
battlefield. You've had to
That's
fight
right. Look at his
past the
biceps.
discomfort that
God
come when
damn.
you're lifting heavy weights. Look at the reward. You have a body that signifies strength, that signifies discipline, that signifies you care about you. And I do have to point out, muscles aren't for everyone. Some women don't like an overly muscular man, but
I
regardless
actually
of
have
that,
the
a
opinion of
woman will
many
always
women.
choose a man with a higher image of strength. And when I say that, it's actually coming from the very needs we as women have. As a body that showcases his efforts, this is something that signifies to us protection. Protection for a woman
I will
is still a
protect
very relevant thing.
and I will
That
attack.
even if we're aware of it or not, we choose men based off of the very attributes that will guarantee us longevity. Whether it's longevity in the relationship, longevity of life, these are things that sometimes we're not necessarily aware of, but they do play a part. And when a man has structure to his life, this is something I have to add as well. When it comes to structure, a man's structure within his face shape, his body type, is also a reflection of the structure he has had to implement into his life to get him those results. A man without structure, a man without routine, is a man who is likely going to be lost without direction, clarity, and a vision of his overall purpose. And a lot of men start in the gym, and a lot of men actually turn themselves into a man through the act of showing up for discomfort. And that's what makes a boy into a man. And that's why I
She's
encourage,
spitting facts.
whatever age you are right now, show yourself what you're capable of. Show yourself that through discomfort, you can rise to the occasion and still come out stronger and better than you were before. I think this is something that can really encourage masculinity into a way that breeds men into healthy role models not only just for women to look up to, but the next generation to look back to see you right now showing up in the ways you are for yourself.
Straight up facts.
And what that signifies to the next generation, the standards you have for living a quality life over a life of comfort, distraction, weakness, depletion, and honestly, suffering. When a person is not healthy, it shows. It shows in how they carry themselves, it shows in their scent, and it shows in your behavior. I really do believe a man needs to
Scent
be
is so
cracked
important to
open
me.
at a younger
Like
age
smell,
to really see
a lot for me.
himself as a true warrior.
If you
A man that
stink,
has not been through any challenge
bad.
is a man who is fragile within any circumstance. But the more you can build yourself through resistance, that's how the mental muscles are formed, as well as your exterior body becoming better day in and day out.
This was a
Women are
whole nother
wired to prefer
way she approached the
muscular
video
men
than I would
over soft
believe in the
men,
first
and a
place. That
man
was
who
amazing.
obviously showcases the quality of life
Because this
he
is
lives. We want a man who knows
facts,
discipline.
dude.
We want a man who knows consistency. We want a man we can depend on. But when a man cannot even depend on himself in the ways of protecting himself by putting in the work to arm yourself with your very own strength, the strength that can actually make people view you in a different way. Looks do matter. We live in a very physically driven society. And I think there's benefit to that, because without that, you wouldn't care about what you looked like. You wouldn't care about how you feel. But because we have these external reminders of even just how women pay attention to you, if you want a woman's eyes on you, you have to put your eyes on yourself first. You have to care about yourself enough to do the hard work, to show yourself you're capable of commitment. A woman's life used to depend on a man's commitment to himself. Again, you guys, it's you versus you. It's not you versus the other men out there who's getting the women. The more you pay attention to other men getting women, the more you're not getting any women, and the more you're postponing the results. So make a plan, make a commitment, and see it all the way through by not giving up because you don't see evidence of the results of the muscles yet, the woman yet, the overall health benefits yet. Stick with the hard things, and the hard things will become the easy things that get you easier results in the long term. And women being a part of that. A woman wants to look up to her man, not down. So the more that you get to look up to the standard of living you know you're capable of achieving, that's when you walk a path of greatness, and that's when women can walk beside you and honor you within those steps. So I hope this video could help you reassure you guys that yes, muscles matter. And if they don't matter to you, reflect on why, and could it be because you're putting off the hard work that will actually guarantee you with confidence, accomplishment, and motivation, inspiration that we are wired to look for in other human beings. So again, you guys, if you guys liked today's video and it assisted you, give this video a like, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.
If you clicked on this,
When it comes to a
Like this video for sure. Let's see what her channel is about. Okay, let's sub. She's waifu material, dude. Semen retention attracts all eyes on you. I would never do this. No, not November and bullshit. I don't believe in this shit, dude.
if you clicked on this,
Don't tell your doctor you are depressed. Okay, that's a longer video.
All right, so here's the problem.
I can't put a price.
There's a new one by Tyler. Let's check this one out.
Price on Greenland. It's priceless.
Greenland is a wonderful place. We need it for international security. And I'm sure that Denmark will come along.
I really don't like McDonald's.
Yeah, what about we're buying the States instead?
He's dreaming. Then again, he's going to take over Greenland, and then eventually...
I'm very interested in everything
Sweden, Denmark.
political right now. Everything with Trump. All eyes on Trump.
International law, so it's
He's laying the first steps for Europe. It's gonna follow very close.
I want McDonald's.
You want McDonald's? But can Denmark even sell Greenland to the United States?
Dear President Trump, listen very carefully. It is not for sale. Let me put it in words you might understand. Mr. Trump, f off.
It's not for sale.
Wow.
The chairman, the leader of Greenland, has been very clear that they are not for sale. If this is about securing our part of the world, we can find a way forward.
But nobody knows if they even have any right, title, or interest. The people are going to probably vote for independence or to come into the United States. But if they did do that, then I would tariff Denmark at a very high level.
Before I asked the Greenlanders what they think about Greenland being sold to America, I pulled up to Denmark to see what Danes think about losing a part of their Danish
I want
kingdom.
McDonald's.
What are your thoughts on Trump wanting to buy Greenland?
Man, I know you're from YouTube.
Really?
Yeah.
We want
a bit of controversial.
You're right.
It's ridiculous. It's not for sale, and what your people don't even understand, you cannot buy land.
I do anything.
You people.
It's kind of crazy. It's crazy.
I think it's a crazy idea.
It sounds insane.
I'm Greenlandic.
Okay, tell me. This is perfect. What do you think?
Well, I think it's way off. I'm not supportive of the thought of buying Greenland. How can you buy a country?
Is it even for sale?
What? They don't even know what they're talking about,
I'm just
man.
coming here to bridge the gap.
You become part of USA. Like what?
The Greenlanders personally don't own
How do you
the
say
land
no?
they live on. It's collectively owned. So you cannot, even as a Greenlander, you cannot buy land in Greenland. So the whole idea is ridiculous.
I wonder how a
Getting
person such
stuck
as
on
Trump or
technicalities. Who the
anyone
fuck cares?
try to buy another country.
But then again, Trump is a honest person. He says things like they are, not like the other politicians from US that are like packing it into
Facts.
something else. He just says it as it is.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
understand
I like
what
that
he
too.
wants to accomplish, but I think, you know, the popular perception of the things that he's talking about is like he's crazy.
What are your thoughts on Trump's imperial stance in the world right now? It seems like, are we worse?
He's the leader of the free world.
I think what Trump is saying
Gigachop.
is what every previous president in the United States just did without telling anyone.
Would there be any consequences that are negative of Greenland declaring independence from Denmark?
Yeah, it will definitely have consequences.
Yep.
Everything has a consequence. But the something in between has to be worked on beforehand, and it will take years, I think.
So do you think the Danish prime minister would at any point sell it to Trump?
how would that be possible? It would be against Danish law. It would be against international law. So it's off the table.
You're Dane?
Wrong guy. Nah, I'm Serb, but I'm a Dane also.
As a new Dane, what would you vote for?
I would surely wish independence for Greenlandish people, yeah.
Why?
Because everyone deserves independent. Colonistic powers, they need to stop. Yeah.
He wants to basically take over everything, and that you can't really do that just because you're president.
But I think it's a bad idea because, you know, Greenland has been a part of Denmark for a very long time.
It's kind of the same with like Putin, you know, he elected himself to be president forever, and I have a feeling that Trump is going to do the same.
Okay, you think Trump's positioning himself to be some sort of dictator,
Ooh.
authoritarian ruler?
Yeah, I do. Then again, he's going to take over Greenland, and then eventually...
That would be crazy. Trump for 20
to,
years.
You know, I don't know, Sweden, Denmark, or whatever the other countries that are nearby, right?
They already have military
Never gonna happen, but
bases
yeah.
in Greenland, so it wouldn't make any difference. The United States can do whatever they want in Greenland.
Given that the United States has already had military presence in Greenland dating all the way back to World War II, and that the Danish Prime Minister said this.
Det er vigtigt at holde fast i, at det på den ene side er godt, at der er en stigende amerikansk interesse for, hvad der foregår, også i Nordlanden, også i det arktiske område, fordi nogle af de spændinger, vi ser i andre dele af verden, ja, de begynder også at komme til det arktiske område. Så jeg som en meget, meget tæt allieret med USA, synes jeg, der er grund til at glæde sig over den stigende amerikanske interesse. Men det bliver nødt til at foregå på en måde, der er respektfuld over for det grønlandske folk. Og vi bliver nødt til at kunne samarbejde på den måde, vi plejer at gøre det, blandt andet i NATO-sammenhæng og i andre internationale forer.
Why does Trump want to buy Greenland? And besides national security, what else is there beneath the frozen ice of the world's largest island?
A lot of people don't even know why he wants to.
He's saying it's for national security, like to be able to detect Russian naval ships in the Arctic, and then eventually it melts for additional...
I believe he still has the resources without Greenland. I don't see why he needs Greenland to do that.
What do you think?
It's a bad
To
idea.
protect against Russia?
For the United States, because it costs so much money, and I don't think you can afford it.
Why does Denmark
Yeah, they already are in the
so
trillions.
heavily?
Because it's part
But they have Bitcoin now. They're doing rug pulls.
No. I think it's a bad idea.
Is Trump worsening our relationship with the EU and Denmark?
Yes, quite often.
Yeah, who cares?
It's tense right now?
Yes, it is. It's not good. Not for all of Europe.
I think it's pretty stressed, and I get why, obviously, because all this stuff is happening. Because you could even see before when, like Barack Obama, he was
Just be USA.
way more chill. It is. You can see whose fault it is, and I still don't get why he got elected. But I guess some people just believe in him.
Things are tense right now.
A bit, but I don't think like it's gonna be really bad. I don't think he's gonna do much. I think it's just empty words.
How does Europe view Trump right now?
The view of Trump is a madman.
Madman?
Yeah, I think that's a common.
Is he doing a disservice
I
to
like him.
American people right now?
Yes, it's bad for every people, also for the American people.
It's quite funny, right? Because we don't really think like he has the right to do so, but like he is trying to do it anyway. And like our school, sometimes teachers talk to us about it, and like they really think that like it's a stupid idea, and they're like trying to calm us down because some kids think there's going to be a war or something.
There's so many people rooting for Trump in
news is
USA,
full
and I
of
think
hysteria.
It's kind of confusing for like our perspective. Like there's been this thing where he says he wants to buy Gaza and build a lot of hotels and something like that. From our perspective, we think it's really crazy, a lot of the things going on.
My dad, he always tells me
What's Pop think?
that he's a very bad guy.
Yeah.
And he doesn't like that Elon Musk and all the big guys with a lot of money are rooting for him. And that Elon Musk is hiling, and, you know, like it has a lot to do with where you're from and what your parents tell you, what your own opinion is. So
this is very wise right here.
So is the school, even though they try to be as unbiased as possible. We don't really like him that much.
School
but
is so
obviously
biased.
He's a clever guy since he's gotten where he's gotten, even though I don't believe or stand by his political opinions.
Okay. What grade are you guys in?
Ninth grade.
You guys are smart.
Greenland was not attractive for anybody before the climate changes.
So as the ice continues to melt, Greenland's increasingly more valuable.
That's what Trump has figured out.
I understand
Why?
all the politics in it, but I think he should leave it alone. It's a bit difficult to take him serious. He wants to buy the Gaza, Panama, Greenland.
I don't think that Greenland will be independent. No countries can be independent. They have to make alliances, or what you call it. So if they get free from Denmark, they will be a part of a...
There's only alliances is EU and USA.
Trump?
No.
Russia and China
Okay.
We don't even
already now
know what's
put
going
all
on there.
the military
And
or
if you think
whatever
you know,
they
you don't
want
know.
in Greenland.
Denmark will allow them to put even more bases if they want it.
Yes.
Why do you think Trump wants to buy Greenland?
He wants to Panama and Greenland and whatever. He wants to make an impression of himself so we don't ever forget him.
Is Greenland Denmark's property to sell, though?
No.
No?
No, it's
The
not.
Greenlanders would have to decide?
Yeah, exactly.
Why don't you think Greenland has asked for independence from Denmark?
Because they have been supported by Denmark for many years. It's a lot of things. It's education. It's they go here and work. It's a lot of things. It's not only money. No.
It's up to them, of course. I think that if Trump give them enough money, they would believe him and give it to him.
I think that it's just political theater, and it's not really going to come to anything.
Given that the Danes say that Greenland is not theirs to sell, I pulled up to Nuke Greenland to hear what Greenlanders think about the idea of selling themselves to the United States. But real quick,
in this era of infinite information and media bias, it's tough to know what's fake news and what's real news. But luckily, the sponsor of this video want to stay on, and it'll take you directly to their coverage. If you want to stay informed and navigate misinformation, Straight Arrow News, back to Greenland. Does Greenland want Trump to buy Greenland? Does Greenland want independence from Denmark? Or do they want to stay a territory of Denmark, remain the status quo? Let's go talk. Question for you, sir. What are your thoughts on Trump wanting to buy Greenland?
Put it in the trash.
It's crazy. I don't think so.
He's crazy. What if each resident here got 100,000 USD in their pockets tomorrow?
No way. No.
What if you got $1 million in your pocket
No.
tomorrow? Even if there was a McDonald's here in Greenland.
I don't know. I haven't thought about that.
Have you had a Whopper before?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
Double $10 million.
No.
100 million.
No.
100 million a piece. You and your whole gang, 100 million a pop.
Which one matter more than our culture or the money?
Is Greenland for sale?
Money?
No, thanks.
Hello?
Do you want Greenland to be independent from Denmark?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about we're buying the state instead?
Would you vote
They seem to be
yes
very
in a
proud people,
referendum
huh?
to become part of the United States?
I can't put a price on Greenland just because no matter how much they offer, it's still not for sale. It's priceless. I prefer the peace here over the business in other countries.
I just want to say that we won't.
That's not how it works, guys. You take the million and you buy a ticket to a silent country.
Absolutely not.
I would vote
Easy.
no because I want Greenland to be independent.
If you got $10,000
Why?
in cash,
It does not do
would
anything for
vote
you.
to become part of the United States?
I guess so.
Yo, hello, bro.
I would like to be a part of the European Union, and
Why would you want to do that?
Relation with Denmark, and I don't think we should break it. And I like to be in Denmark more than USA.
Understood. Do you guys have McDonald's here?
We don't have McDonald's, but
I'm just kidding.
but I would not like to have McDonald's here either.
Military
Oh, they don't know what they're missing out, dude.
Keeping the people in the water safe. Danish Navy.
McDonald's fries?
What's your name?
My name is Christopher.
Christopher. Tyler. Military presence out here in Greenland. Keeping Greenland safe?
Yeah, kind of like the Coast Guard.
Okay.
And we also work together with the Greenland government and the people. It's awesome when we get to go into a harbor. We're still kind of in the southwest area right now here in Nuuk.
Okay.
And the Thule.
I'm
base
from the
is
internet.
Way north on the west coast. It's a huge area. Big area.
Texas and Alaska combined.
Yeah.
I'm half Danish, so.
Oh, interesting. I met a lot of half Danish people out here.
Yeah, I have a family in Denmark.
Okay.
So.
Does Greenland have a good relationship with Denmark?
I think they have, but you know, some people are not really happy with Denmark. I think.
$100,000 in your pocket tomorrow. Would you join the United States?
No.
$1 million?
Million.
You'd be a millionaire. Come on.
Of course.
Of course! There we go, dude. Smart kids.
I need it.
You'd prefer to get out of here?
Yeah.
Your grandma died? What the fuck?
I don't think he can buy that.
Who are you?
Greenlandic. Not Danish, not American, but Greenlandic.
Why would you say something like that? That is terrible.
Yeah.
If you look at, is it Alaska, where they have a big mining...
I have to check on my grandma now. And you cried like a baby? I would, yeah.
Relationship being a Dane out here or mixed in Greenland.
If you treat others with kindness, they treat you with kindness. I don't mind...
Who are you? Why would you say
talking to
something
other
like
Danish
that?
people. They don't mention the racism between me and Greenlanders and Danish.
And do you guys have a McDonald's here?
I really don't like McDonald's. I have tried it, but
not my type.
The next sentence you say in my chat is gonna decide if I ban you or not. You triggered me really hard right now.
They're trying to erase us.
Trying to like sterilize the Inuit people here? Why do you think they're trying to erase you?
So they can take over the land.
What would Greenland do without the money Denmark sends over here? Would it be
Go
harder
suck a
to
dick,
live,
idiot.
or would things go unchanged?
I think it will change.
Are you fucking stupid?
I think, it could be harder in the future.
I think Greenland wants to be alone. They don't want to be part of Denmark. They don't want to be part of US either.
Where are you from?
Denmark.
What are your thoughts on Greenland?
It's a great culture, and I understand the history and why they are not so happy about us. We made some mistakes, which I am very sorry for.
Oh, dang, you're apologetic.
Yeah, I am.
What did you guys do?
There was some health issues, and there was some other issues about politics in the past days.
Do you think Greenland needs the subsidies to function that you guys give them? What, 500 million USD per year, something like that?
Yeah, I think they need it, but I would like them to develop their own businesses to be able to avoid getting payment. I'm a little afraid that Greenland people are not strong enough to set up the barriers or the politics to defend their business. So the risk is that the ability to develop Greenland actually goes away because there will be businesses coming from elsewhere taking over all the business.
It's all full of ice. What are you gonna do, dude?
Like, go on down the road, you fuck.
If you want to support our boots on the ground, independent journalism that is not bought and paid for by corporate interests, along with
off.
Please. What are your thoughts on Trump wanting to buy Greenland?
Off. Nicest way I can say it. Off.
Yeah. You want to say it to him if he sees it?
Off.
Would you guys want to become part of the EU independently or something like that?
Of course, we want someone to at least protect us.
What are your thoughts on Trump in general?
Stupid. Very
what are
stupid.
Your thoughts on Danish Prime Minister?
Also stupid. All of them.
Do you think they want to be independent here?
Depending on what the future is, that's part of the question.
What does Denmark give to Greenland?
Education, healthcare, hospitals, and so on. There's a lot of benefits.
Everybody's freezing.
On Trump wanting to buy Greenland?
No, but he's free to come here. I don't mind.
What are your thoughts on Denmark? You chill with them or no?
I don't like Denmark.
Tell me why.
Because they're racist.
He's dreaming. He's only dreaming. He can't forget all of that.
We got a Make Greenland Great Again hat.
Greenland great again.
Did Donald Trump Jr. give you that hat? Where'd you get the hat?
It's from the kingdom.
Whoa, okay. What's the relationship with Denmark right now?
Denmark is helping every day.
Yeah, they send a bunch of money?
Money every day. Food and every day. Medicine, everything. I want McDonald's.
You want McDonald's?
In my opinion, all the money who's coming to Greenland is going to back to Denmark.
I see.
I don't think that we
People
could
are
be
so salty.
money-wise, like economically, but that's why Denmark is a very big help
It's the
for us
cold.
economically.
It's independent in how it works.
Do you
And I
think-
think you have to do it in another way than buying it.
Not for sale.
No.
He's not allowed to do that.
Okay, not for sale?
For me, no. We're not for sale.
What are your thoughts on Denmark?
Denmark, I like Denmark to work with us, to look after us, and the European countries are helping.
Trump.
You want to say it to him?
Trump.
Den kan ikke købes overhovedet.
What do you think about Denmark?
I like Denmark.
That's so cringe.
We're together, yes.
What are your thoughts on Trump?
Idiot.
Do you guys want to be independent from
Idiot.
Denmark?
How does everybody
When-
hate Trump?
when
That
we
is
really-
crazy.
We've heard that a lot, actually.
Yeah, because we're not ready at the moment. I don't think that we will benefit anything from having USA by us, because environmentally he is not very sound.
Trump wanting to buy Greenland. What do you think?
All right.
You down for it?
Yeah,
Why are you down for it?
because there will be no tax.
Look at the American people. They're not very wealthy. Why
Yeah,
should
average
we-
life's pretty rough.
Yeah, so why should we have it better?
That's a fair question.
Yeah.
I don't think you would, actually.
No, I don't either. So
Maybe you would, though.
yeah, no, I don't think so. Not with Trump.
And we live in peace, no war.
You will ruin NATO and
I see.
everything. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on your relationship with Denmark? Fire?
Perfect.
Denmark's pretty chill. What are your guys' thoughts on Denmark? They chill or not?
Nah, I think they stole many money from us.
We want to be an independent country, but we still need Denmark.
Why do you need Denmark?
Because
Everything that the kids are saying is what they hear from their parents.
Yeah, they help the society.
If Greenland could join the USA, would you be down with that?
No, hell no.
Why not?
Because I don't like Trump.
Tell me more.
You look at Puerto Rico, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're treated really bad, and that's gonna happen to Greenland if it is.
Let's say somehow, for better or worse, Greenland became part of the United States. They started drilling. Would that be good or bad if you got a cut of the oil money, let's say?
It would be good, yeah. It would help us a lot. I don't really like America like that with Trump. If it was any other president, I would like it, yeah.
Are you like Danish?
That's so stupid
Greenlandic? What are
thinking.
Danish and Greenlandic.
Okay, you 50-50?
Yeah.
Okay, we met a lot of people with that situation. What's the relationship Denmark has with Greenland?
It's really good, I would say, yeah.
Pretty healthy relationship with Denmark, so it seems. It seems like people either want to stay part of Denmark or independence, but they do not want to join the United States. If we stacked $100 million right here, I think a lot of minds would change, but I get the point. They don't want to become part of McDonald's eating Coca-Cola chugging USA.
Well, we'll see if Trump
Why
manages
not?
to buy Greenland. Is he also
Oh my god, I would embrace it so much. I get money and I get McDonald's. Are you crazy? Sign me up. Oh my god. I swear I love this channel so much. Tyler, 7 million subscribers now. Crazy. I think we started watching him when he had like under 1 million for sure. Wow. I knew it immediately. He's gonna be big, man. That's so cool. Should we watch the rest of the Healthy Gamer tonight? Not sure. I'm kind of feeling okay right now. I don't want to. Yeah. This one was interesting for me. Never date anyone without these green flags. Another very subjective topic. But I was intrigued of this guy having 1.15 million subscribers and that many views. So let's see what he has to say about this. It's not that I believe he's an expert in the field or that I would from the get-go look at these kind of videos. Because it's so situational, but I want to have a more mainstream look at whatever the consensus is of the people, what they think is going on and what is right and stuff. So let's maybe dive in a little bit. This is from a man's perspective, so
everyone's obsessed with red flags, right? Narcissism, avoidance, gaslighting. Is my partner secretly manipulating me? And I get it. We have to protect ourselves. The last thing I would ever want is for you to get into
it's
a
like a
relationship
trend
with someone
to
who
call
eventually
people
neglects or
gaslighting
takes
and
advantage of you.
narcissistic.
But here's the issue. Actually, there's two issues. One, the absence of red flags doesn't mean the presence of green ones. And two, especially when we're dating, there aren't
That's a
going to
good
be
one.
very many red flags at first because we're all on our best behavior, especially a narcissist. So then what's the solution? The solution is yes, absolutely learn about red flags. Learn about what shouldn't be present. But just as important, also identify what should be present. What
I
green flags you
love
should look for in a
his
partner. Because
his
once you
background
truly
with
understand
all
green
the
flags, it's so
plants.
much easier to spot red ones. And that's not always the case the other way around. Just
I
because
like
someone
plants a
isn't
lot.
a narcissist doesn't mean they are a good partner for
All of
you.
mine
In
died.
fact, according to the experts who deal with spotting counterfeit money, they even admit they don't waste a lot of time learning about all the fake bills out there. They spend all their time studying the real ones, the way they feel, the way they look, the details that others would miss. They learn about what real actually looks like, and then it's so much easier to spot a fake. And that's my hope for you. If you learn about what real love looks and feels like, if you learn about what you deserve, kindness, mutual respect, reciprocation, emotional safety, it's much easier to spot the fake versions of those. It's actually counterproductive to spend a whole lot of time analyzing, is this person a narcissist? Because even if you're asking that question, this isn't the right person for you because they don't have the green flags that you know you deserve in this relationship. It doesn't matter if they're a covert narcissist or if they have avoidant attachment or if they're just a jerk. They clearly don't care about a healthy relationship with you. And that's all that matters. If you forget everything I say in this video, remember this. The largest green flag for your relationship is how do they make you feel? Do you feel safe around them? Do you feel prioritized and respected? Is there consistency or are they hot and cold? Because that would make anyone feel anxious. Do they reciprocate the effort you're putting in? Are you scared to be honest with them about how you're actually feeling? Or how about this one? Are you confused about where you stand with them, even after months of being together? Because that's your answer of where you stand with them. Someone who sees you as valuable and wants this relationship to work will put in the time and effort, and it will be evident. We all prioritize what we value, right? No relationship is perfect, but I promise you, if things don't start out healthy, marriage doesn't fix that. I don't need you to have a perfect relationship. I just need you to have a mutually respectful one. I need you to have a...
Yeah, it's just that nowadays the perception is that you can just block people and just next, and that you don't have to care about them at all, and their emotional investment does not mean a thing. And you can call yourself whatever it is just to cover up the fact that you're a piece of shit and an asshole. And it's very sad because I had this today, dude. I was talking to somebody. She said, "Oh, men are all assholes, this and that, and women are more than just objects." And I said, "The same goes for women." And then the person writes me, "Oh yeah, you're right. I want to stay objectively neutral," or something like that. And then I just didn't answer because I was doing some stuff around the home. And like 10 minutes later, I look at it, I look at the phone, and I was blocked. It's so crazy, dude. You can just block people and don't care about it. Especially if you're a woman, you get out with the free card every time. Because you were never wrong. You can always say he was a creep, he was this and that. The double standard is strong in this one. Every time.
Safe relationship. I need you to have a relationship where you both care how each other feels loved and valued. There's nothing that we can do to control every variable to make sure that our relationships work. But what we can do is set ourselves up for the best chance at success by becoming the right type of person and picking the right type of person. So let's talk about what that looks like. All right, let's start this list already. Let me know in the comments what I forgot to add. All right, number one, don't get serious with anyone who hates dogs, right? I mean, those people just tend to be weirdos. All right, that was just a joke.
Actually, I would underline that one.
Attention seems like you are, so we can move on to the real list.
I swear I would underline.
When you meet someone, of course, it's physical.
Absolutely underline
this first, but it's how you communicate and interact together that's going to make you either want to continue seeing them or move on to someone else, right? It's a green flag if they can actually listen to you and take an interest in what you're saying and ask some appropriate questions. It's a red flag when they turn everything back to being about them. I think we can all agree humor is a green flag. Are they able to make jokes without coming across as rude? Are they only making jokes about you, or are they giving themselves a hard time too? Because too many people can dish it out, but not take it, right? Another great trick is to listen to how they argue with other people. Listen to how they disagree with people about politics or religion or other things that they're passionate about. Can they do it with respect? Can they allow someone else to hold a different viewpoint or perspective without dismissing or invalidating them? That's going to give you a big clue for how they're going to handle important conflicts with you one day. I think it's a green flag that once you start to get more serious, you can talk about important issues together. Ask how long they normally see someone before they make things official and only date that one person. Ask them what annoys them the most about how other people handle conflict. What did they fight most about in their last relationship? Ask them about what respect looks like to them. Ask them about what it looks like for someone to value them. Ask them about any boundaries that are important to them. We think having these hard talks early on might lead to disconnection, right? But it's actually the other way around. Having these talks and setting a standard for how you both want to be treated and how you want to talk to each other, especially during a conflict, is exactly what prevents disconnection later on. If you're worried that talking about your boundaries with someone is going to turn them off, that's not your person. No one is going to set a standard for how you should be treated. That's your job. All right, number two, when they see a dog approach them, do they get excited or do they have this look of like disgust? What's that? I'm being told we've already discussed this.
Not a dog one.
I'll move on. Number two, everyone says,
man, I was so close about to get a dog, but it's too expensive.
Narcissists really struggle faking. One of the green flags I want you to see in any new partner is accountability. Can they admit
I would
when
be
they've
such a
made
good
mistake?
dog
Can they say the
father,
words,
man.
I'm sorry? That's a green flag you need to see. And
I would get myself a Shiba Inu.
Hopefully. So we forget to pay attention to this, but have you ever heard them say, I'm sorry to anyone? Not, I'm sorry you feel that way. Not, I'm sorry you took it that way. How about, I'm sorry I hurt you. That wasn't my intention, but I care about how my words and actions affect you. Can we talk about this? Because everyone messes up. Mature people learn and grow from their mistakes. Immature people always find a way to blame someone else so they don't have to reflect or change, right?
So many are wrong.
When some people get called out, they develop this attitude of woe is me. Oh, I'm just the worst. Why would anyone want to be with me? You should just leave me and be with someone else. That's not humility, accountability, or maturity either. That doesn't make them a bad person, but it's a sign that there's some healing that needs to take place.
Yeah.
Because you can be prideful and never admit you're capable of making a mistake, or you can be shameful and think you are a mistake. Neither of those actually repair the hurt or rebuild trust with your partner. The other thing a narcissist doesn't fake well is empathy. It's a green flag when someone attempts to step into your shoes and actually tries to understand what you're experiencing while validating your experiences and feelings as real. A narcissist has no intention on doing that. The truth is, empathy plays a massive role in whether your relationship makes it or not. At the center of most of our issues is distance and disconnection due to a lack of empathy from one or both partners. partners. Empathy gets curious. Empathy seeks to understand by asking questions, and it's especially hard to ask questions about a hurt that you might have caused. Tell me about what led you to feel that way. What meaning did you give that? What do you need from me to repair this and feel close again? There's a big difference between fake empathy, someone saying, yeah, I know what you're going through, and real empathy. I don't know what you're going through, but I can see that you're in pain and that matters to me. I'm right here. I'm willing to talk whenever you're ready. And I hope you feel supported and loved throughout this. Another thing a narcissist rarely fakes is actual vulnerability. Can they talk about their fears? Can they talk about their needs, wants, and desires? Can they talk about their insecurities and flaws that they want to improve upon? Rarely have I ever heard of a true narcissist having any desire to connect with themselves or share in that way. I'm not saying you need to bare your heart on the first few dates. Of course, that type of oversharing can be unattractive. But if you're getting serious with someone, it's a green flag when you can both actually be vulnerable and honest with each other about your inner world. The last green flag that a narcissist really struggles faking is that they will never celebrate your wins. When you get that promotion, when you achieve that goal, it's a green flag when someone can give you admiration and praise. They can say, I'm so happy for you. You worked so hard. You deserve this. It's a red flag when someone says, great job, but you would have never been able to accomplish that without me and my help. People who say that kind of stuff are so insecure on the inside. They have created this fantasy world and they project their insecurities onto you because their entire world would come crashing down if anyone else was deserving of praise. And if you grew up hearing something like that, my heart truly breaks for you if you had a narcissistic parent like that. I hope you realize that that had nothing to do with you and everything to do with their own shame and guilt and fear on the
My
inside
father
of them.
for sure.
All right, number
narcissist,
3, if they
for
do
sure.
hate dogs, there needs to be some sort of a story around that. Did they have a traumatic experience when they were
I like this
That's
dog
forgivable and
camera.
understandable, but let's work through that healing and face our fears so we don't miss out on interacting with one of the world's most lovable creatures, right? Right. Also, it's a green flag if they have a growth mindset. And I don't mean just for their job, which is really important in itself that they're willing to work if they're able. I just mean, do they care about growing as a person? All this research that I'm doing about relationship dynamics, do you know one of the largest roadblocks that I keep seeing? People aren't self-aware. They aren't emotionally maturing. They have no capacity or desire for self-reflection, which is essential if we actually want to connect and experience intimacy and closeness with another person. I mean, think about it. If you don't value your own awareness and connecting with yourself, you're really going to struggle staying connected to someone else. And I know because that was me. If you have a habit of dismissing your own feelings and needs, of course it makes sense why during conflict you dismiss their feelings and needs as well. The only problem is that's the fastest way towards disconnection. So how do we become aware? We intentionally start paying attention to what we're feeling. We look into our conflicts. We reflect in those difficult moments and ask questions. It seems like I got really defensive back there. I wonder why. We check in with ourselves. Something's going on. I'm upset. Do I feel overlooked, blamed, neglected, unappreciated? What happened to lead me to feel that way? And how did I express that? Did I get passive aggressive and critical? Did I shut down and pull away? What did I
But some
actually
people
need in
have
that
to hear
moment
it.
that I wasn't
They
getting?
never
And
heard
did I
it
actually
before.
communicate that to my partner? Or was I too afraid that it would just lead to another fight? We can all struggle with this stuff. It can feel very foreign. But when we don't understand our own feelings and emotions, we
And
don't have the capacity to
You
understand
know
our
what?
partners.
I actually just realized that honestly, this is so much basics, but I can say that because I'm involved with all this thematic for quite a long time now as well. And I do believe strongly that people have to still hear it because they never heard it before. So it's just not normalized at all. It's just not normalized at all. Thinking about it like this. So what is that leading to? A majority of just misery. Pent up feelings, never saying what you feel, trying to understand each other, yourself. What the fuck?
Either. If we
Misery.
dismiss and push our own feelings away, we will push theirs away too, and that will lead them to feeling very alone. We need to be mature enough to look into our own destructive defaults that we all have, like
And then
contempt,
what are
having
you
a
gonna do? You're gonna be
superior
alone
attitude,
again?
or yelling, or
In the-
defensiveness, or name calling,
in the
or
current
invalidation,
dating
or
world.
shutting down, or even being passive
Wow,
aggressive.
once
If
I
we don't at
find
least
somebody
spend
to
time paying
time,
attention and
I'm
take
not gonna
accountability
let
for our
go.
own faults and admit these aren't actually working, they're not helping anything, then of course we're just going to repeat them over time. It's a green flag when you're dating someone who is actually interested in becoming a better version of themselves. Again, this isn't about perfection. It's simply an acknowledgement. If you hurt your partner with your mouth, with your words, if you avoid and shut down, then you have something you need to change, as we all do. I'm not saying you're broken or flawed, but I am saying if you want this relationship to be mutually fulfilling, you need to learn a new strategy because this one isn't working. It's a massive green flag for both of you to become safe places where each other can learn about how to identify and express feelings and needs. Most of us did not grow up in safe environments where we were able to do that. But what happened to us isn't our fault. Healing from it is our responsibility, right? So become someone
That's
safe that your partner
well
can
said
share
as
with.
well.
Now, here's the disclaimer. Of course, we have to be careful. I'm not saying your relationship should just be full of complaints. That's why Dr. John Gottman says that we should be aiming for a 15-to-1 ratio in your relationship. 15 positive interactions of affection and admiration and appreciation, smiles, hugs, jokes, laughs to every one negative interaction. But this is so important. The goal isn't to get rid of the negative. The negative emotion is still super important. And when our partner expresses a negative emotion vulnerably and respectfully, let's work to see the hurt underneath that complaint and the unmet need under their frustration. It's a green flag when someone asks questions about your experience or your feelings instead of just dismissing or defending or invalidating. It's a green flag when someone validates what you're going through as real. Even if they don't agree with all the details, they can still take accountability. I'm not saying that apologize for things that you didn't do. I'm not saying validate accusations that aren't true. But are you willing to take accountability for any unintentional hurt? What that sounds like is, I'm so sorry. I can see how when I told that joke about you at the party, that really hurt you and you felt rejected. That was wrong. Thank you for telling me how you feel. And then we change accordingly, because the best apology is changed behavior. Lastly, how you manage conflict is oftentimes going to be the determining factor of whether your relationship thrives or dies. So learn how to do it respectfully right off the bat. Trust me when I say it's worth the risk of discomfort to be honest about your boundaries, because conflict is either going to build trust and connection or it's going to break it. It all depends on how you both handle it together. Number 4, it's not a red flag if someone doesn't like cats. Cats are very self-centered. They really don't care about anyone but themselves. I'm not saying we should be mean to them. I'm just saying if narcissism was an animal, it would probably be a cat. What's that?
That's what I'm saying, dude. That's why I don't like cats.
Okay, we're gonna move on. Another green flag
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Equal. Because if they do, there shouldn't be any dominance in this relationship. You never deserve for someone to speak down to you or call you names or touch you when you don't want to be touched. Dominant people have no issue looking down their nose at you and making those critical and disrespectful comments towards you, but they would never tolerate that same behavior from you, would they? That's the things that you need to be paying attention to. The moment that your partner or anyone talks to you like that and you think, man, I would never get away with this, that's a red flag, as in a stop sign that needs to be addressed before it becomes a pattern. So often we stay silent because maybe the trauma that we endured early in our life, we have fallen into a submissive role where you feel like you don't know how to stand up for your needs and you don't know how to set boundaries with dominant people. And I can completely understand how scary that is. I'm just here to remind you there is no place for dominance or disrespect or superiority in relationships. It only has one destination, and it's not happily ever after. You deserve someone who cares about respecting your boundaries. And if you feel scared to set boundaries or be honest about how you're actually feeling, I would strongly encourage you to speak to a professional about that. The truth is, mutual respect is essential. That means treating the other person the way you would like to be treated as well, like you're valuable and worthy of kindness and consideration, because you are. We respect our partner by learning about them. What are their preferences and values? What do they need to feel close and loved in this relationship? What are their boundaries around sexuality, conflict, in-laws, work? Self-centered people never think about asking any of those questions, but self-centeredness and love don't coexist. It's a green flag when each partner actually has a desire to feel like a team in this relationship. And teamwork demands that we talk about things like the domestic labor and the mutual chores. It's a green flag when we can check in with each other. Hey, how are your stress levels? Do you feel overwhelmed? Would you even be able to come to me if you felt neglected or overlooked? I mean, you want to talk about the ultimate green flag? That's being humble enough to invite your partner to be honest about how they actually feel, even if it causes some discomfort in you. And I'm not saying that this gives them a license to lash out at you or this is an opportunity to put them down. No, I'm saying when you're humble and considerate enough to ask those questions because you truly want to be a safe place for each other, that should calm their nervous system. If it doesn't and they're still taking advantage of you, that's when you need to speak to a professional if you actually want this relationship to continue. And the last thing I want to say about respect is it's a green flag when you see them respecting strangers. How do they treat people who can do nothing for them? How do they respect their parents, their siblings, their exes? If all they talk about is how terrible their exes were and they don't take any accountability for how those relationships were toxic or immature, guess what? You can just replace their name with your name because that's exactly how they're going to talk about you one day. That's why I always say you need to be talking about your boundaries and needs early on. That's the best narcissist prevention, because a narcissist hates the idea of you being assertive about your needs and desires. All they care about is control. If you can't be controlled, they will move on, which will sting in the moment, but it's going to be a blessing in the long run. So don't be afraid to talk about your boundaries respectfully. The only people that punish you for that were the people that were planning to take advantage of you. Okay, number 5, are they trustworthy? Just like dogs are. You thought I was done with the dog thing, but I'm not. Okay, I'm committed to this bit. All right, I'll stop. But you're going to be disappointed when I don't say anything for number 6. That's on all you. I got to be honest with you. Trustworthiness probably should have been number 1. I'm sorry about that. I just thought of it. So if you could pretend that that's higher on the list, that would be great. So what makes someone trustworthy? First, they follow through on what they said they were going to do. Their actions match their words. They are reliable. And if something happens, if they make a mistake, they forget, of course, we're all human. They own it. They don't immediately blame everyone else or everything else. They apologize and they move on with some sort of a plan or communication for how they're going to learn and grow from this experience. That's called maturity. 2, are they honest and transparent? That doesn't mean they tell you every detail about their life. It just means they aren't purposefully hiding things from you. Trustworthy people have integrity. That means doing the right thing even when no one's watching you. If your spidey senses are tingling and this new person seems like they're consistently lying
Such a
or
great
deceiving you
video.
or something's off, you're probably right. The truth is, trust isn't simply confidence that someone won't cheat. It's the foundation of a healthy relationship that everything else rests on. Trust is
It is the
actually a
basics
sense of
after
safety
all,
and
but
security that this person cares. If I need them, if I can
it just
reach for them,
reinforces
they will
my
be there for me. They show up. I know that I matter to them.
whatever I'm
So
going
the million-dollar
for.
question is, do you trust them? It's a massive green flag when you're with someone who actually cares about building trust in this relationship, because that means showing up and putting in the work. It builds trust when we care enough to ask, is there anything I can do for you this week that can help you feel valued and prioritized? Because most of us have never heard that, but that's what love actually sounds like. It sounds like intentionality and curiosity.
That is so good.
And effort. And let me be clear, I'm not saying that people should say this from a place of anxiety or fear, like constantly checking in. Is everything okay? Do you still like me? Please don't leave. I'll do anything. Of course, that would be a turnoff for anyone. That's not maturity or love. I'm just saying that when you care about someone, check in with them, reassure them. Hey, if you need something, if you feel like something's off, I want to be a safe place where you can share that. That's what builds trust over time. Intentionality, mutual sacrifice, mutual respect, consideration, affection, attention, safety, vulnerability, putting in the work of selflessness and emotional connection together. This is what makes your bond strong. Ignoring this stuff just weakens your bond. And you'll wonder why years later people say, we just fell out of love. No, they didn't fall out of love. They never actually had love. They had chemistry, they had passion, they might have had a trauma bond, they had the bedroom. They didn't have trust or safety. I promise you. They never built their relationship house on a strong foundation. Spending a lot of years together doesn't result in connection, does it? That's because it requires something from each of you. It requires protecting against
I never
and
had
repairing
that.
disconnection, which
And
happens
it can take
all the
years.
time in
I'm
our
so
relationship. All right,
afraid.
number 6 is independence. Now, it's normal in the beginning. We all want them to be obsessed with us, right? But it's actually very attractive when they don't make you the center of their universe and vice versa. I mean, just think about it. Everybody's
It's
so
like a
concerned
waste
with
of
narcissists,
time,
right?
is
One
it?
of the first tells of a narcissist is them
Damn.
love bombing you, showering you with attention and love and praise, telling you they've never felt this way about anyone, right? Twin flames. All while slowly isolating you from your friends and family. But if you really cared about avoiding a narcissist, then you would slow down in the beginning and maintain your life outside of this person. I'm not saying don't see each other. I'm saying it's a green flag when you can both maintain a life separate from each other at first. Have a great time together, sure, but I have a tendency to throw on my rose-colored glasses and fall in love quick. So if that's you probably need to slow down and make sure that you're not making them the center of your universe. It's also a green flag when you can see that they have
I like
other
that, though.
healthy relationships outside of this one. Do they have healthy friendships? How do
queen.
people at work talk about them? Do you feel comfortable around their friends? Because I've seen those alpha male videos where they teach guys how to ignore girls
I
so
live
that
to
they'll
serve.
like them. They aren't allowed to initiate. They never give a compliment. They play these games where they're very distant and they never text you because that's what they were told makes you want them more. This is manipulation, and it's called being an a-hole. And it does work with some women, but it's usually unhealed people who have had some trauma in their life and they're used to chasing people for external validation of their own worth and value. So congratulations, you triggered her abandonment wound to get her to sleep with you. What a great example of a real man you are. Not to mention that all of these alpha males never have consistent, stable relationships because being an a-hole might attract women.
Would
It doesn't
never
keep them. All right, moving on. I think
take
it's a green
advantage
flag
of these
when a
kind of
person you're dating
situations,
has
and I was in
purpose in their
many
life.
of them.
They're driven towards some sort of a goal, right? They're already a well-rounded
I'm so
individual.
proud.
They aren't looking for you to save them. It's attractive when someone doesn't actually need us, even though that seems counterintuitive. That doesn't mean they don't want you in their life, but they don't need you to be happy. Now, of course, this can get tricky because some people are so driven, they prioritize work and hobbies above everything else. And it slowly becomes clear that they don't actually want or have time for a real relationship where they need to put in the effort that connection requires. So that's just something that you'll have to decide on your own. All right, number 7, let's talk about some green flags around personality. Everybody's personality is different, I get that, but when it comes to dating, I think it's a green flag when they are flexible in nature, that they can compromise. I think it's super important to pay attention to how rigid people are. I'm not saying they're wrong to freak out when plans change. I'm not saying that they're a bad person when things don't go exactly the way that they wanted to. There's a lot of people who are neurodivergent and they can't help it. But it's still something that we need to pay attention to because it might not be a good fit for you. For me, it's a green flag when someone has an attitude of gratitude. Do they tend to look out for things to be grateful for, or do they tend to filter through the negative? Do they appreciate life, or are they just so stressed that they can't go a few minutes without complaining? I think it's a green flag when someone's intentionally appreciative. They go out of their way to offer encouragement. They're supportive. They're generous. They're thoughtful. You told them about your job interview tomorrow, so they texted you an hour before and said, hey, you're going to knock it out of the park. I'm really proud of you, babe. These are the little things
That's
that
amazing.
people fall in love with. These are the little moments that build the most trust and help us feel loved and supported. It's greeting them at the door, giving them a hug goodbye. It's playfulness. It's your humor. It's having fun together. It's intentionally setting aside time to reconnect through talking and touching and doing something with them. Doing the dishes so they don't feel like it's always their responsibility. Learning about their dreams and desires and needs. This isn't the extra stuff. This isn't going above and beyond. The experts all agree. These are the essentials. The bottom line is who you choose to be in a serious relationship with and who you choose to give your body to and who you choose to marry and have kids with is a really big deal. And even though I've never met you, I really do care about you, and I just want you to be set up to have the most fulfilling relationship possible. And some of that is becoming the right type of person, and some of that is choosing the right type of person, right? And what we don't realize is some of you have never experienced actual safety and trustworthiness in a relationship. Sometimes we need to realize that we're attracted to what's familiar to us. So let's be honest with ourselves. What are you familiar to? Being told that your feelings are a burden? Working hard to feel loved and accepted? Always being the one that sacrificed for others? Giving, but never receiving? Because we are naturally drawn to what we know. And if subconsciously you know you aren't worthy of selfless love, you're going to be drawn and have chemistry with partners who support that narrative and don't prioritize you because neglect feels normal to you. It feels safe for you to have to work for their love and acceptance.
That's so fucked up.
Just like you did in childhood. And we get caught accepting breadcrumbs and actually getting used to the chaotic nature of unhealthy love relationships where there's no consistency and there's a lot of fighting and making up. And 1 minute they're hot and the next minute they're cold. We can get used to that. But that's not the love you deserve. The truth is you deserve selfless love. You deserve a partner who compliments you and appreciates you, and you deserve safe, consistent, warm love. You deserve reciprocation. That's what love is supposed to look and feel like. And you're not asking too much by wanting a partner that shows those green flags. Thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to see you in the next one. And if all else fails, just remember, one of the best qualities about a dog is unconditional love.
Yeah. It was a great video, dude. I like what he said about cats, because it's so true, and the dogs.
I can't put a price on Greenland. It's priceless.
Greenland is a wonder.
But that is just what you are looking for, right? It's essentials. It's just sometimes your emotions have the steering wheel and you can't really decide who you fall in love with, and then it clouds your judgment that much that even though you know what's good for you, you just disregard it, and then you become a victim very easily. It's so complicated because you have to say nope. It's a battle between mind and heart. It's full cliche. Whatever makes you sleep the best, but sometimes you have to let go, man. And then it's gonna take a long time to stop hurting. Yep. Alrighty, guys. I think that was good for now. Getting very tired. I come back tomorrow. Tomorrow is gonna be push day. Push day, best day. And it's gonna be fun, maybe. So thank you all for watching. And if you missed the workout, which is at 2:30 Central Europe time, we'll be back online at the evening, like now, watching some more stuff. Thanks so much, guys. I appreciate you so much. Check out the new song I released today. It is a banger. Oh my god, it's so good song. So go give it a like, give it some watch time, share it. Check out all the playlists we do. Stay tuned for more. GG, thank you. Bye.